It's happening. Listen, before this episode starts, we just thought we'd make a little clip to let you know that anyone who doesn't know, we now have a Patreon. It is patreon.com/another one podcast. And there's like a few different tiers on there. And we can go and get where you can sign up to us. And it helps us make this podcast. Helps us us pay for the podcast. Helps us make it better. Helps us improve and put more content out. We've got big plans for things we want to do. Haven't we? Since
yes, we have. We've got big plans. We have got big plans.
Yes, Rob. Yes.
No, we have got big plans, and without anyone signing to the Patreon, this will die.
Yeah.
This will go away eventually, because if we can't make it work financially, we can't keep doing it, can we?
No, we can't just keep throwing fucking...
No, and we've got Aftermill to buy, and that fucking costs
We've got kids to pay for. Yeah. Listen, I'll be honest, if I can't provide, I'll leave.
Yeah.
So...
And we already know.
You don't want to make an orphan.
We already know how it's going, don't we? So we needed to be giving us something back.
Yeah, please.
Because we're bleeding here.
My kids are begging. My kids begging.
So sign up to the Patreon, patreon.com/another one podcast.
That's it. There's 3 different tiers, loads of different prices.
Pick one.
Help
sign
us.
Up. You won't even notice it going out your bank. It's a couple of quid.
Less than a Tesco meal deal. Or, well, maybe more than a Tesco meal deal.
You'd buy a starving man a meal deal, wouldn't you?
Yeah, well, I'm starving. That's what we are. Look at me.
Look at him. Do you think that? Do you think this?
Help.
Another one.
Hello everyone, welcome to Another One podcast episode with me, Simon Wozniak, my co-host Carlos Mencia / Rob Thomas, and with us, and joining us today we've got the most capped man in the whole of the podcast game without his own podcast yet.
I know.
It's Monsieur James Allen.
James Milner, mate.
And just before we continue into James's career, we'll just say we're joined here by Danny Deegan, who is here under duress.
Yeah,
second appearance.
Second appearance for Daniel.
Yeah. See, this is why I'm not a good podcast guest. I never know where to put the mic.
Yeah, but I'm quite proud that we're the only podcast he's done.
Yeah, and he's on this. You got this one today as well.
Great guest.
I was very shocked because I was waiting to have an argument with you.
Because you already had it typed out.
Oh yeah,
You're a piece of shit.
Because I asked before, because I was just going down my contacts. I was like, well, he's not going to do it, is he? But I'll ask anyway. And I thought, that cunt's told me 3 times that he's up for jumping on last minute once his driving band's finished.
And the driving band is now finished.
I knew it finished in February. So I was like...
This is the first time you've asked since February.
I know, that's what I mean. So I was waiting.
Man of my word.
I was waiting for you to say no, and then I'd go, you fucking cheeky cunt, you told me 3 times. As soon as your driving band was up, you jump on late. And then straight away you went, yes, I'm. And I was like, oh, fuck. That's ruined my next 5
How have you been, Danny? Okay.
I had a driving ban.
Yeah, you have, haven't you?
How's life being banned?
During the train strikes.
Would you rather have been cancelled or being banned?
Delightful.
Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah.
You're York as well. There's not enough local to keep you really going, is there?
I've been stranded in Leicester train station.
Oh, that's bleak.
Manchester Victoria.
Ooh, cold.
Open, isn't it?
Also, Jim Allen's half cut.
Yeah. By the way,
I wouldn't say half cut.
Absolutely wrecked. He is.
I'm not.
Turned up 2 Guinness deep.
Very much aware of who's around me. In a high state of merriment.
I'm worried they've broken you, Jim, because you've turned up drunk and you put your first bet on 2 weeks ago.
I've started gambling, Rob.
I know.
He said to me
2 weeks ago he put his first bet on. I'm worried they've broken.
So yeah, he's engaged. That's it now, bro.
It's all down.
He's picking him up, dropping him off.
You're talking to someone who put an 11-fold accumulator on.
Fucking yes,
my guy. Is that the one after I advised you against doing it as well?
No, it was another one.
Guy I know put a 50p accumulator on, 16 grand.
It's not big stakes.
But it's the story because you've fallen for the.
It's
trap.
Insane. I saw the fucking thing.
Yeah, but it never happens to you.
I know. 16k.
Thanks, PSG.
How deep are you? Because I got pretty deep once.
I'm still in a state of. This is all very new. Very like
gambling.
Yeah. Like,
I'm looking forward. I'm looking forward to September.
Come here.
So I've started it.
I'm looking forward to September when the American sports start and you start texting me going, "What do these odds mean?"
Rob, have you ever remortgaged?
Today, literally today. That's why we were late.
Yeah,
we were late starting because I remortgaged today.
You like to roll the dice? Hey.
I had a period.
Did you? I didn't know you were there. Sorry, I was going to be a terrible joke.
Or?
No, it was like a few years before it, and I quickly realised like I was betting on like fucking Latvian netball and
Yeah.
And I was like, I'd bet like on a Thursday, I'd bet on how many corners would be in every fucking Europa League game.
Yeah, I do love a corners. Bet me though.
And
very popular.
When I won,
Liverpool have been a letdown for corners this year. Oh.
Like winning was the problem because like when you win, you start doing the maths of I had this much in my account. I knew that was going to happen.
Exactly. That is the hard part.
Why did I only put a tenner on if I knew it was going to happen?
That is the hard part because I knew that was going to happen.
Yeah. So I now I've got a lock on my phone.
Oh.
The less money you had, the more unrealistic the bet becomes because you're like, oh, I've only got like £1 left. I may as well just do this, and this in the hope that it will pay out like 500.
Right.
Whereas if you've got a tenner and you put like, oh yeah, I don't know, Spurs will win tonight and I'll get 20 quid back. You're like, oh, I should have put fucking...
Yeah. You've got to, if you're going to small odds, big stake.
Yeah.
Or little stake, big odds. That's how you got to live. I'm small odds, big stake, man, me.
Yeah. At the minute, I'm just
big steak and chips.
At the minute,
bit of sauce.
At the minute,
few mushrooms on your rings.
Yeah,
I'm tapas at the minute. Yeah, just getting involved in everything.
All right, fair
enough. It was like that horse was at Frankel, where it's like he's going to win.
Yeah.
So it's like you have to put £1 million on to get 1.1 million back or something. Because it's just like he will win this, and then he does. But I was never that. That's not my game, Danny, man.
Yeah, no, I think it would have become my game.
Was it? Would it?
So the apps went.
Did they?
Yeah.
Have you self-excluded?
Yeah.
Oh, so you can't bet?
Well,
you can always text me and transfer me the money. I'll put them on for you, Danny. Don't worry about that.
Yeah.
Like, that's one of the biggest switches they've done. That whole thing where the high street bookmaker has put that thing on that fixed odds betting terminal to £1 because they know every fucker's got the fucking thing in their hand now.
Yeah.
So it's like, we're trying to solve the issue. It's like, no, you know exactly what you've done.
Well, Bet365 don't have any stores, do they? It's purely...
we've got rid of all the fob tees. Yeah. See, Will Hill, they were in the news recently, weren't they? Really? That guy spent 23 grand in 20 minutes without anyone checking the account. And I don't know whether he killed himself or something, but they said somebody should have checked this and stopped the account and gone, what's going on? Because he got, I don't know what happened to the guy who did it. There's another one, but no, but yeah, that they said they should have checked that. It slipped through the net, so they're getting investigated.
Right.
I don't think it's their fault.
My
Before people get worried, it is genuinely just a £5, and then I
mate, I started with £1 after a game of footy.
£1,
on red and black.
Yeah, yours is roulette though. Yours is more dangerous, I think.
Yeah. It's heroin. You're on weed with that stuff.
I wasted the day last week just studying hot form.
Right.
Studying form on horses.
Yeah. So now that's work. That's a job.
Yeah. And that is tough. None of them won. But still, that is. But also, because when I was a kid, it was very much like, oh, you should never bet, or you should never.
The national, and that's
you
it.
You thought that was you?
Yeah, I was like, oh, you can have a cheeky flutter on the national. I was like, yeah, I'm not.
Oh, my dad was putting a knacker on every week.
My only worry is that, like, if I go and want to put a deposit down on a house, are they going to look at me depositing £5 and go, do you know what?
No.
He's risky.
No, and if you
I managed it, James, you'd be sound.
And if you win, you can actually class it as income as well.
Can you? Oh, it's tax free, isn't it, as well?
Yeah, class it as extra income. That's how I got. That's why I got offered the credit card I couldn't afford, and then maxed it out. And
I would love to be in a position where you could declare gambling money as income.
Yeah.
I think it's like just temporary chips that they give you.
No, I didn't know you could. And then, like I say, I was in the bank and they were desperate to give me money, and I was like, "Why are you so desperate to give me money?"
No, because of the Sky Bet and all this coming in.
And then she was like, "Oh, let's go through what we can give you." And she was like, you can have this credit card if you want. And I said, let's go what you can afford. And she was looking at me money going in. It's all just cash deposits because I was a taxi driver. And she's like, yeah, that counts. And then, I can see a couple of pluses on Sky Bet. Oh, my boyfriend always loses. And they're like, yeah, because he is a loser, love.
Because he's not an alpha.
You need a real man.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. And she's like, well, that classes as income as well. We can class that as income if you want. I was like, yes. And then she's like, here's what you can have. And I was like,
maybe they thought you were going to gamble loads, get into more debt, more interest, and cripple you.
That's pretty much what happened, yeah.
Good on them.
I went to Benidorm 4 times that year on a credit card, and I'm still paying it back.
What
are you happy?
Yes.
There you go.
I had a Barclay card, like credit card, and I didn't know. So when I signed for it, I didn't realise one of the terms was they could raise the limit without my consent.
Right.
And I think the biggest purchase I ever made on it was...
Who's saying no, though?
I mean, it got up to like 12.5 grand. And I never had more than 500 quid on it.
Yeah.
But there was one night, it was a friend's birthday, and we went to a casino in Manchester. Oh. And I was getting some money out, and that credit card just slipped out of my wallet.
Oh, no.
I was staring at it for a minute.
Oh, no.
I put it back, and I went, and the next day I just fucking chopped it up.
Oh.
I was like,
what you needed there was a real degenerate to lean in and go, if you take that to the kiosk, it doesn't count to the cash withdrawal. Yeah. It counts as you buying something. So you go to the cash, I don't know if you still can do it now because of gambling laws, but you used to be able to take your credit card to a kiosk in the casino, and you basically bought money 1 for 1. So you'd buy £500 off them. They'd give you 500 chips, and then that wouldn't come off your credit card as a withdrawal. So you wouldn't get all the high percentage or anything. You just get it as if you'd bought something, same interest rate, no fee or nothing. So that's how people were just going like that with credit cards, and then just going, right, can I have 500 chips? And then if you were sensible, you just give them back, and then you'd have 500 cash without having to get the withdrawal fee and all that. If you're a gambleaholic, you just go straight.
Something would say
quite
you
often.
Can double
yeah, exactly. Really you could double this, pay off your credit card, and still have £500. So that's what.
So how long have you been gambling?
It wasn't long. Maybe like 3 or 4 months.
And was it out of necessity?
No,
just
boredom. Sorry, I'm a very addictive.
Yeah. Aren't we all?
Yeah. But I realised very early on, without losing too much, that this could become a problem. And I could see him fucking rolling his eyes when I said that.
It's easy. He's the gambleaholic. I'm competitive. I'm the pure. When you said before
the diamond hard stuff, Danny.
When you said before, I was right. That's what I live for.
Right.
I live for feeling like I know more than the bookies. So I live for sitting there going, you fucking thick cunts. I fucking knew that was going to happen. And then I live for that. So I'll only bet on things that I know. So I never end up like going too far, because eventually the football match finishes.
Right.
I won't bet on Laffy netball because I don't know nothing about it.
Whereas you're like a gunslinger.
I don't want to know anything about it. I don't want to know who they are, what's going to happen. I just want to fucking get that.
You're just a young cowboy reaching for his gun and hoping for the best.
Like in a gang, I'm the shooter. That's what I am. Like you send me around to kill the fucker. That's me. Just going. That's who the bookies thrive off me.
Yeah.
They need me. Without me, they'd be fucked.
Fella, this is your future.
Pick your lane, James. Pick your lane.
Right. So you were doing it for 3 or 4 months, yeah. And
it wasn't like a major.
Right.
It wasn't a major thing. I just wanted to.
What's the worst thing you've been addicted to?
Do you know what? I'll tell you the worst thing I've been addicted to is fucking FIFA loot boxes.
Oh,
like that was during lockdown.
What?
They're bad, them.
Yeah, I mean, it's like kids spending fucking thousands.
We won't know about this.
FIFA what?
So I think it's been illegal. It's illegal in like Belgium or something. They've cracked down on it, but like basically, like in order to get the best, which is another fucking thing that annoys me. I'll get onto this in a minute. But so if you playing FIFA Ultimate Team, which is a game mode where like you have cards and there's a certain rating on the cards, and you put them in your team, and then you get that player. So it's like a virtual pack. And I've gotten like Michael Owen, 95. Yeah. I'll put him in my team.
Online, all this.
But then you pay real money to get like chips that you can spend on packs for your chances of getting like an inform,
like NFTs or whatever.
No, it's cards you put in your team in the game.
Like shiny stickers.
Yeah, like Pokemon.
Like you'd buy
it's a little bit
like a sticker pack, and you get a shiny, and if you get a card who's in form and who's like on plus whatever, it's like a better player in your team.
Is this can you make money from this?
Well, no, it's illegal to do that.
Now been classed as gambling.
Yeah, because there was a couple of YouTubers who tried to bribe kids into like, it was like camouflages for guns on Call of Duty or something like that, but he got done for. Yeah.
Right.
But that's another thing.
There's a bit, so the EA who make FIFA, they had to sack about half a dozen employees last year because they caught them. They were selling like the best players, so like Pele.
Yeah.
Like you could DM these guys on Instagram, give them. I think they were charging like $3,000. People were paying it.
Who makes the card? Who makes the virtual card?
Yeah, the people
so somebody can just be bribed and say, "I'll make a Pele."
That's just sold you then, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the Pele's already made. It's just. I think for them, it's just a case of putting it in your team.
So who decides where it goes? A random computer?
It's meant to be all random. So the reason it's gambling is because it's like buying a football.
You buy a pack of Pokemon cards to get a Charizard.
Yeah. So hoping you'll get a Charizard.
Yeah.
And every now and again you'll get it.
Right.
You pay £50 for, so they're all tiered as well. So like bronze, silver, gold. So you pay like £50 for like, I don't know, a Team of the Year pack, and you've got 25 packs, and there's a 1 in 10 chance of you getting, I don't know, like Maldini. But
the fact it's not physical to me is the bit I have a problem with. Is there's no, when you had Charizard shiny, that was the
but if you're spending 8 hours a night playing FIFA, then it is physical.
But it's virtual.
It's on your game.
And I was doing.
It's on your game, isn't it?
What that has done to children is reduced them to talking about. And
like Brian Cox. Wait, the authority in which he spoke then.
What has happened now?
And as well.
Yeah.
This
Get up, make your bed.
I think it was Carl Sensei Carl who tweeted about this about about like an era of football that he enjoyed.
Yeah.
The problem is now is that children are reduced to speaking about football in such a finite term that when I was chatting to my younger cousins, they're not interested in like your flair players, your Kochers, your Hasselbanks. Yeah. They're bothered about who's got 99 pace.
Yeah,
They're like, everyone else is deemed worthless because they're not
as fast as Mbappe.
Yeah. Like Gerrard to them would be considered shite because he's not quickest to get the ball to score a goal.
Well, I had this watching the game, watching United Newcastle yesterday, and the dying to say something bad about Alan St. Maxim.
Yeah.
Even though he's destroying the game.
Yeah.
Like he's having, like they're like, oh, he got that, he made that assist, and he's had a good game, but he'd frustrate the life out of you. And I'm like, if you were managing him, I'm like, no, he wouldn't.
Yeah.
Because you'd fucking love him.
Exactly.
I love what. Yeah, because I saw that tweet. Basically, Carl Riegler said, "There's no flair play. There's no Ronaldinho's anymore. All football seems to be now is XG, stats, like finite numbers. There's no like love of just the beauty of the game and stuff like that."
Right.
Whereas I was watching Newcastle going, no, Alan St. Maxim was probably the last relic in the Premier League of someone like that. You just love watching because he's mental, but it's also.
Is he that
enjoyable.
forward who's fucking stacked?
No, that's true. I'm not sure.
No. I think I've seen a Newcastle game with that.
He's got a little ponytail.
He's good. And
he just cuts inside. Like defenders just don't know what to do with him. But at the same time,
I liked Ryan
he hasn't
Babel.
got a clue what he's doing.
Yeah, exactly.
Either.
That's the thing. Like
he was a bit. Everyone thought he was shit, but he was fast and he was exciting.
Yeah.
My cousins would never appreciate a 40-yard Gerrard in-swinger to Ryan Babel.
Why not?
Yeah.
Because they're interested in like who's got the most pace, who's a 99 overall on FIFA, who's like.
So what? They're not. They're looking at FIFA, going, we're not bothered about the real game.
Yeah, it's all like
stats
orientated. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when they're emulating somebody in the park at the age of 10 or 12,
they're not playing real football. Kids there aren't playing real football.
When was the last time you saw kids on a
There's
park?
going to be a generation of the Premier League where it's going to be fucking shite. And it's going to be children who have been shackled.
He called it, you heard it here first.
Been shackled up in their bed.
15 years time, the Premier League's going to be shite.
We all like a tipple. A flutter, sorry.
Yeah, and a tipple.
In 10 years' time, 10-1, Leyton Orient will win the league. Not due to skill.
With a striker that's got like a fucking inhaler.
Yeah. There'll be such a lack of talent because they're all interested in
sitting inside playing FIFA, not actually going out there and playing.
Yeah.
Just scoring Gerrard's West Ham goal anymore.
Yeah, exactly. There's none of that. The magic.
Hey, there's hope we could make it pro lad, anyway.
Or
possibly.
the lack of fitness. So my favourite Premier League player was always Matt Letizia.
He's a fat cunt with
just a fat fucker wandering around the pitch with a bit of tomato ketchup on his top lip.
You knew he had a ciggy at half time.
Right.
Yeah.
That was your favourite player, was it? Yeah.
Oh God, I loved him.
So if you were going to emulate somebody when you were a kid, it was Letizia.
Yeah, I didn't give a shit about who was faster. All my favourite players like Pirlo.
He's good.
Xavi. Yeah, just walked around.
Made it look easy.
To me,
Fabregas, that sort of thing.
Yeah, if you walked, That to me was like a flex.
Right, okay, yeah.
You'd love me 7-aside.
Berbatov.
Yeah.
Nonchalant.
Gibril Cisse was one of my favourite players of all time.
Exciting.
Because he wore one red boot, one yellow boot at the FA Cup final, and he scored, and I thought that was great. But he's probably rated like a 78 or 76 on
Haman
FIFA.
in the Istanbul.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That level.
Yeah.
That's unreal.
It's like gospel. It's like spoken word. It's like, folklore. Whereas now it's just like, he can run faster than him, so I'll just have him in my team. Oh. It's shite. Get out.
But when they go to these,
why don't you should manage a kids team?
I'd be
and like try and bring the beauty back to the game.
Yeah.
Just you on a Sunday, screaming at them. There's a risk. There's a risk.
Yeah. Put it forward.
My mum and dad, like the back of their
There's
house.
no offsides at this level.
Back of their house overlooks like football pitches.
Yeah.
Right.
And whenever I stay over, I'm always woken up on a Sunday morning by dads fucking
Screaming.
screaming.
It's good
Get rid of it!
It's good to know that still goes on.
But there was one morning I woke up. And it felt different. Like, I realized, what are you doing?
Right.
What are you doing? And I can just hear this kid going, just leave me alone. I'm thinking, this is a bit
That was me and my dad echoing from the times.
I just opened the curtains, and this kid, it was up a tree. And he's like, Dad's at the bottom, going, get back on the pitch! There's this kid up a tree, like a gazelle's been chased by and he's just up the tree going, just leave me alone!
Oh my God, that's bad. That
it happened.
I never climbed up a tree, but yeah, you can feel like
Never
that. How old
played.
was the kid? About 8.
Yes.
Yeah, good. Yeah, he'll be a comic. He'll be a comic. Get his name. Get him on here.
We always joke about how bad our dads were, and then I swore I wasn't going to be like that, but I'm like that. My lad's only 2, and I have to stop myself being like that now. We go to like a little mini kickers thing on a Saturday, and he'll just be like, I'm done now. I'm just going to go sit on the bench for a bit. And I'll be like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, get up there and play.
Get out there and work on your weaker foot.
And then the next thing is, I'll go, well, I'll do it then. Because you do all the activities with the kids. And well, you're not doing it. I'll carry on doing it. So I'm just there, just fucking running through cones, like twatting toddlers around, going, shit, you used to. I
suppose it is frustrating though. If you're watching a game of foot in your kid and you go, you know exactly where your kid needs to move.
Yeah.
You go, just fucking go there, and you'll get the ball. And then they're not doing it. You go, for fuck's sake.
Well, I never.
That's Sunday morning. I'm just hearing grown men screaming at kids going, you've got to want it.
Yeah.
They want it more than you.
Tell your mum when we get it.
Yeah.
I was never good enough to play. I trained a lot, but I was never picked for. And I went to go to one. I'll call them out. All Put Hawks. My dad took me.
He's had a drink,
and
no one's safe.
But when the mountains turn blue, my dad took me, and he went, "Oh, my son would like to start training with you, if that's all right." And I turned around and went, looked me up and down, and went, "Is he any good?" And my dad just like took my shoulder and turned me around and walked back to the car.
Oh no! Right,
and he was like, "You're not playing for them."
So what did he expect to happen?
Exactly, just me to like a ball
to
to come out of
humiliate
thin
you
air and go.
But like, if he goes, why is he taking you to play football and he thinks you're shit?
Well, no, I think it was like a training session.
Because I think he's open people to be inclusive.
Yeah.
Oh, like literally just to include you.
15 years ago. Now, if I was a kid and I wanted to play football, I'd walk into a team, no problem.
Yeah, well, you're bigger than the rest of them. That's why.
Yeah.
The be a starting point.
I can header the ball. They can't.
Yeah. I suppose it was word of mouth, innit? You go to a new team, you go, this kid's not bad.
Yeah.
Let him come train you.
I scored a free kick in training once and never got picked.
That's probably because they'd seen you knew it had happened once the whole time in training.
I mean, even a blind squirrel finds eggs.
I remember, the worst thing is, I don't know what kids are like these days. But I remember when we were kids and they'd try and give a bit of playing time to the shitter kids and you'd be going fucking mad in your head.
Yeah.
What the fuck's he playing for? Just like...
What, on the team?
Yeah, but you wouldn't say it out loud, but you would sometimes.
Depends what level. Is it grassroots where anyone can go? Which wild, do you know what I mean? It's wild.
No, it's just Sunday league.
Some kids are blind. like you're thinking though, you know what I mean? Like, you get to like representative level. Like, there was a trial.
No, I'm on about the Sunday league where like he's trained with us all year. So every week he gets like the last 5 minutes. And you draw in like 2-2 with 5 minutes left. And they're bringing him on. You're like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
Absolutely gets a fuck. I'm not having this.
He's one-on-one.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
He's wearing he's wearing hush puppies.
Yeah. You like that? You like look at them going, right, what position you putting them in? Like, that's how I'm going to be. Going from left wing to right back just to fucking mark his player.
You just see the one guy, he's going to skin him in and bang it straight.
For fuck's sake.
Gets pushed over.
I played I got doing one of the detentions I ever got. I had two. One was for an anger outburst in a PE lesson. I played a lot of basketball when I was like 13, 14. Played for a team, and it was a bit. I really enjoyed it. It was amazing. But I was in bottom set PE, so I was like,
"Did you?" I didn't know PE had sets.
Yeah, we had bottom.
They usually divided the class, so the good ones would go over there, and the shit ones
we had like,
do whatever in the corner.
You
just get a tennis ball and do whatever you thought. Do you weirdos?
We had like, if you're in the sports teams, top, intermediate, and then and I was. But I played a lot of basketball at school, so we played a basketball game. I was like, I don't want to, I was smashing it.
Yeah.
But the rest of my team were shite, and it was tied, and they were like, right, next basket wins. And they handed it to a lad who, it's really winds. This has happened 12 years ago, and it still fucking winds me up. He didn't know what to do with it, and he fucking chucked it behind his head, and it went in. And they won. And I went, fuck off! Injustice. That's what I said. Fuck off. Don't care. I don't care. They were like, James, calm down. I won't calm down. That's fucking shite. And where are all you? You weren't running, were you? No, you were sat by there, not fucking mark. You're fucking shite. All of you. And I just went to the change. I went to the I just screamed.
Wasn't this like this last goal's the winner bollocks where you've clearly smashed them all that?
And it's not fair though. So I was like, we've dominated them all right, and he's just fucking chucked it behind his head and it's gone in. Absolute shite.
Well, it was a good shot.
Where was the attitude for every other sport?
I didn't care as much then because I was tall. I was tall. I was like, I was good at this automatically.
That's my attitude. I played the charity game last weekend, and that was my attitude. People were telling me off because I was just fuming. We drew the first game 1-1, and I was fucking fuming.
Yeah. Big Bobby's here to win.
Yeah, I had to fucking and then some fella had to go with me because I fucking flattened him. And he's like, "Fucking hell, we've all got work." I was like, "I don't fucking give a fuck, mate. I'm going to work as a winner."
You never played soccer, did you?
Not really. I was a cricket
man, aren't you?
Yeah. I cried when I played cricket.
I loved playing cricket. I thought it was great.
They bowled the ball at me too fast.
Playing it like 6 days a week when I was a kid.
All rounder, better bowler.
I was a bowler, slow left arm.
Oh,
loved it. Was like Mondays was like under 15s, then Tuesdays was senior training.
Yeah.
Wednesdays was under 18s, Thursdays training. Then would have Friday off and then play senior cricket Saturday, Sunday.
Pro.
Now my knees are fucked.
Ever make it to a good level with the cricket?
No, I played like you like town team.
Yeah.
So I played town team, then I played a couple of games for like region.
Yeah. County level.
Not county, but like where they break it down. So like Merseyside is a region. Greater Manchester was a region. You had North Lancashire, East Lancashire. Played against Jimmy Anderson.
Whoa!
Yeah,
is he good? The king of swing?
No.
On it, like when he was like, so this would have been like 15, 16. I could have, I would never have imagined.
It might have been an experiment with a bit of new stuff. Do you know what I mean? Maybe holding the bat a different way when he saw you. He thought, just going to try and do it with one hand this time.
I would never have guessed he'd go on to be probably the finest bowler England have ever produced.
Yeah, still playing as well. He's like 40, isn't he? Yeah.
And he's still the best. I think he's ranked number 1 in the world at the moment.
What, is he fast?
No, he's a swing bowler. Just swings it round corners.
What's a swing bowler?
So the ball. So if you get a cricket ball,
swing different from spin.
Yeah.
Yeah, so spin more in the wrist with your fingers or your wrist.
Yeah.
A swing bowler. So you see a cricket ball, it's got 2 halves.
Yeah.
You shine one half.
Yeah.
You don't touch the other. So
Yeah.
the other half gets roughened up.
Yeah.
That means the air passes over it and it swings through the air.
That's legal to rub it, though. You can't pick at it, though.
It's legal to shine it,
but you can't pick.
It's not legal to make the other side duller with, you know what I mean?
Like the sandpaper.
Yeah.
In Australia, they got done for sandpaper.
Aussie cunts.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
So sorry to everyone I've let down.
Was that P? What did he begin with? P.
Steve Smith.
Steve Smith. I was one of the people pissed at Old Trafford chanting "We saw you cry on the telly" at him.
Right.
And I have no regrets about that.
No. Do you enjoy going to watch the cricket?
Yeah, I do.
Is it great?
It's
It's
amazing.
good, you know. Been a few times with my dad.
Piss up, innit?
Yeah, it's got.
Yeah, I'm thinking. I've seen it and I've gone. That looks all right when you're just lying on the mound and you just.
Old Trafford's really good.
Yeah, Old Trafford's
really, really
incredible. I mean, I remember it when it was a real shithole, but now it's like, I think it's the best ground in the country now.
We should go for a special. Just the patrons, us watching cricket. Just getting bladdered.
I think we could do that at like a Formby cricket club.
Yeah, it feels like the last term.
Just fucking watching me watch the cricket all day in time lapse.
She just sat there
More and more pints.
Yeah, but it feels like the cricket is the last professional sport where you could like Sunday League football, you could just scream abuse at the players from the side.
You
Or do you get
can't.
pulled
But
out for it?
no, I think because there's a level of like the
Decorum.
nature of the game. There's a level of like manners to it. I think.
Right. Oh yeah, I had that one.
I don't know. You know, cricketers are.
Yeah, but that's all part of the game. When
They're often footballers who've like failed and then they go into cricket. I think a lot of them used to be decent footballers, and then golf and cricket. I think are very similar. Pissheads. They are. Cricketers and golfers.
There's no. It's sort of.
It's because the sport's not like that physical. It is, but it isn't. Inzamam ul Haq is a good. There we go. Who I love, by the way. Absolutely love Inzamam. Legend. Big fat guy. Spinner. Great. Was he a batter as well?
No, he was a batsman.
Yeah. Inzamam ul Haq.
He couldn't run. He famously against England. He once pretended that he'd broken his ankle because he didn't want to run.
Exactly.
So he just collapsed in a heap.
Shane Warne, regardably the best bowler of all time, lived on a diet of chips and
and smashed everything that
and
moved.
cocaine and just sex. Yeah,
Flintoff.
I read about this shit, Shane Ward's life, and he's a hero.
Yeah,
that man's a hero.
Apparently, his favourite thing too is he'd go into a bar. And
R.I.P. by the way.
He'd just give the barman 1,000 and say, "Bring me a vodka Red Bull every 4 minutes until I'm not here anymore."
That's great.
Jeez. He
He
did live fast. The
shagging was the best.
The way you went out.
Up, you went out like the dream, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Just in a coked up orgy.
What was it? He two girls tried, basically made a plan to catch him on camera in a threesome. He found out about it and just had the threesome anyway. Fine.
Wasn't asked.
Yeah.
Apparently he's dead open about it, wasn't he?
I don't know, I've seen the photos and all that of it. It looked fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, but apparently he's just dead open. That's what he does. He likes cocaine, he likes women, he likes beans on toast. That was his life. he'd take beans with him everywhere he go because he wouldn't eat anyone else. He wouldn't eat any
poker.
Food,
he was a big poker.
Yeah, he was. Yeah. So is Jimmy the most famous player you played with?
I would guess.
Usually get a pro in sometime from overseas, don't they? You might go on to do something.
I mean, Jimmy's pretty.
Yeah. I was going to say. I mean, we're talking about one of the all-time greats.
Yeah. Is he?
He's all
more than KP.
He's all-time leading wicket taker in the world, I think, isn't he?
So the only two that are above him in Test cricket are both spinners, and their careers tend to last longer. Murali and Warney, but he's the fastest pace.
Malinga.
Yeah, he's got well more than Malinga.
Just naming, I haven't got a clue what's going on.
Don't know the slinger.
Don't know any cricketers, me.
We'll move on then. So the so the band, Danny.
Yeah.
I wanted to know. I forgot what it was now. Yeah. Oh, it's yet toxic half fellas at cricket as well.
Yeah, you do.
Dads.
How?
No,
I want to know how it differs.
It's so the thing. So because it's an all-day thing.
Yeah.
And people are drinking all day.
Yeah.
Right. So the most intimidated I've ever felt.
I had the story about a cricket thing, but go on.
Was so we played a club called Little Ulton, And if you ever mention Little Alton Cricket Club to Steve Harris, he flinches because that's where he's from, and he knew all those lads.
Right.
He grew up with them all, and he was like, "Yeah, they're fucking nutcases.
Yeah.
Like they're all right. They're quite sound, but
Yeah.
like so we played them once, and apparently on the way back they were in a minibus, and on the way back they stopped off and paid a prostitute 50 quid to all have a piss on her.
Wow.
That's like,
how's that?
Like, they're just fucking nuts.
That is toxic. Fair play on that woman, though.
Yeah.
They lost a game that they felt was unfair.
See what I mean about cricketers being dickheads, Danny?
They lost a
Like
game.
rugby players, isn't it?
They lost a game they felt was unfair, so they all took a shit in the dressing room before they went home.
Right. Well, I heard a story about a cricket thing where some guy was saying, I'll do anything for like 200. I'll drink your shit for 200 quid or something. So the guy went in, shat in a pint glass, give him it, thingy with a beer coming, but you went, he went, just vomited out and never did it. But he tried. And it's like, why would you even bother?
Rugby lads were bad.
That is
Cricketers are rogues, mate.
Yeah.
it's
The rogues.
just posh people, isn't it?
So in cricket, so even at like league cricket, if you swear at an umpire, it's a £5 fine
Right.
that you have to pay. And
Can you just swear generally though? You just, for fuck's sake.
if the umpire decides it was at him, you just get told it's £5 fine, or you're not playing again until it's paid.
Right.
And a lad I know, so he got fined for it. And the umpires at the end of the game went into their dressing room. He went into the shower, came out, someone went, you got to pay your £5 fine.
Yeah.
He put £5 coins in his foreskin.
Oh.
And he went in at the umpire's dressing room and just pinged him out on the table.
Oh. See, why did you challenge me when I said all cricketers are scum? They are. They
Not all
just
men.
failed. They failed at like better sports, and they go into cricket and go,
And they're not
"I'm going to
arsed
be." Yeah,
anymore,
they're
yeah.
out all day away from the missus. They drink all day. They get out after one ball and go, "Oh, never mind, just straight to the boozer," because they're pissed when they're fielding.
No, mate, you don't touch the booze until the game's over.
Fuck off.
It is something though that you could comfortably like. Same with golf as well. You could finish 30th on average all year round and still earn like upwards of
Exactly,
a million, and you'd be like,
Yeah,
sound.
that's what I mean. These sports,
Like
football.
Australian tennis player, and he's not, he could be the best. In the
Nick
world.
Kyrgios.
Yeah. Could be the best in the world, but just fuck it, why? Stay up till 5 in the morning
But
playing
like
FIFA.
footballers, NFL people, they've got to be in shape. Like they can't go out and do all this shit. They can't drink really.
I know what you mean, but like cricketers don't earn anywhere near that kind of money.
Yeah, I know, but they're all rogue
Unless
a
you're
bit.
playing like, because it, not to
Yeah, but it's one of them sports though where
Sound like-
you're making contacts while you're there, so everyone's probably doing all right.
you're centrally contracted, aren't you? It's not. It's like rugby. Like you are. It's not like football where you play for a club and then you get called up for England. It's like your contract will be primarily for.
Yeah.
And
that's why there's
and
no
then-
decent leagues, do you reckon?
'cause,
Because
like,
at any point you just fucked off. They
you-
don't play international.
cricket players can play in Australia, India, and I don't know the West Indies, because obviously
Yeah.
the season start at different times. You can play for like
Yes, like a
3 different
circuit
teams.
sort of thing.
Yeah, I had so a mate of mine would do that. He was like a professional over here, so he'd work as a professional over here for a club. As soon as the season was over, he was on a plane to Australia, go do it down there, come back and just did that.
Yes.
So, was he on a decent contract? Because I know someone went over and played, and they were getting paid per wicket.
Yeah,
you
some
get
of them will
paid
do
per
that.
wicket and per runs and stuff.
Yeah.
So like, you'd be fucking killing yourself. Like if you had a big night planned, if you had a big weekend on,
that's
like I need to score 100 runs here if we're going to afford this night. I know people in Australia, like you'd work on the farm during the week and then you go and play with the cricket team and think, I need to spend the money here. I have to go fucking, and they just be slogging sixes every 5 seconds, trying to get as much money in as they could before they went on the night out.
Well, it's different now because the international calendar's all year round. But like before, internationals were 12 months of the year. Like league clubs could sign international players.
Yeah.
And you would get, like, do you remember, did you ever meet Rex Purnell?
No. Oh, yeah.
Right, so Rex was a really good cricketer. He played internationally. He played for Gibraltar.
Yeah.
Like, like in like the Euros and shit like that. But he played at Chorley, and he told me 1 year his club got Jacques Callis, one of the all-time great South Africans. And he turned up for his first game. Jacques Callis at 150 in his first game. And while he was having a shower for a laugh, one of the lads took all his kit out of his bag, filled it with fucking bricks that they'd found outside. Jacques Callis walked in, went to pick his bag up and dislocated his shoulder.
Oh, my God.
And they had to just pay him the full whack for the year. got a plane back to South Africa.
All you're doing is reaffirming how I said at the beginning that all cricketers are fucking scum.
Houses. Absolute shit houses.
Yeah. That's all they do.
Why are posh people when they play sports just...
They're not all posh, though. They're not all posh cricketers.
Yeah.
They're not. They're telling you.
They're not, like, it's a different, like, because, like, people, like, so where I'm from, like, Bury,
I know, a little bit different.
cricket is the working class sport. I mean, because people say, oh, rugby union, it's fucking for posh boys, isn't it?
Yeah.
Try telling them that in South Wales.
Exactly.
Yeah, I know. But still, from my experience.
Anyway,
Egbert's got a cricket. Is Egbert posh?
Egbert's posh.
Oh, right, okay.
Bootle have got a cricket team, haven't they? Hayton have got one.
People have got one of the better cricket teams in North.
I was going to say Liverpool's got one of the best leagues in the country.
Bootles is so good because it's just bankrolled by a millionaire.
Right.
I think it's Terry Fairwood. His name is. He just owns he owns like a timber company.
Oh, Fairwood.
And he likes cricket, so he just bankrolls. So Bootle's just great because he just bankrolls it, and everyone's like, "Who's playing cricket in Bootle?" And it's just this one fella just bankrolls everyone.
We played Bootle so if you win your league, it's almost like the Champions League, you go through to what's called the Lancs knockout.
Yeah.
That's every league's winner.
Yeah.
Plays in that, and we played Bootle in the semi-final, I think it was, and I've never seen anything like it. Like they turned up, they had like 6 of them had played first-class cricket.
Yeah.
Right.
4 of them had been internationals.
Few
Flintoff
ringers
turned up for a pint because they were all his mates.
Yeah, and he just
love
paid,
that.
it's just some millionaire.
He signed my car. That day, I got absolutely shit-faced after the game, and I just asked Flintoff to sign me bonnet, and I wrote that car off 2 weeks later.
I was going to say, surely you had that sort of...
But somebody videoed it, and it was only when I watched the video back I realised that he never asked me to prove that it was my car. I just gave him a pen and he fucking signed it.
Right. Good old Freddie.
Yeah, that's just bankrolled by some fella from Bootle who likes cricket.
So you got banned.
Yeah. 12 points.
You hit the limit.
Cumulative. Did you try and argue it or?
I didn't. So I was told that I could have done or should have done. Basically, so the last 3 points I got were for not responding. So they were like, "You're banned now." And the person I spoke to said, "Listen, if you appeal it, like you'll win." But what they said was, so if you try and appeal it now, if you send a letter saying you want to appeal it, they've got a month to reply to that letter, and they've got 90 days after that to set a court date. Yeah. So you could be effectively waiting 4 months that you can't drive during.
Oh, you can't drive?
No, you can't.
Right.
And 4 months later, they'll go, yeah, you're right, we'll take off that last 3 points. Or you can sit out 6 months and get a clean license back.
Yeah, it's the same as you do 12 months, so that you get a 12-month ban. You get 12 points, you can go and argue it.
Or get a 6-month ban and then
you can go and argue it and get special dispensation to keep it. But if you get a single thing happen in them 12 months, your license is gone, whereas you can just sit off for 6 months and come back with a clean license.
So you've got no points now, fresh start. Oh, so you went through to the other side.
2 bans under me belt.
2 bans?
Yeah, it's the second time it's happened to me.
3 bans and you get the 4th one free.
3 bans, you keep the license. I just fucking keep it.
Do you know, it's always the same fucking you that get me. It's like you know, you've
speeding been all your points.
Average, you mean?
Yeah. No, not average. It's like when you've driven to like a village in the Arsene. And then you come in and it's like midnight and you're driving back and it's like 60 miles an hour for 10 miles.
And then suddenly,
and then there's 400 yards of 40.
Yeah. Snides them cameras.
Yeah, and they're always the ones that get me because I've just zoned out.
Well, I'm hyper aware of that because I say, how can they have speed cameras on these roads? No fucker knows. Like only if you're local. These are designed just to trap you. These are just money makers.
Yeah.
It's like, this is insane. No one's driving down here and they go like, there's barely any notice. And they're always tucked behind the bush. You're thinking, that snide little fucker.
And the thing is, there's only 50% of speed cameras are ever on at any one time. It's like, why is that cunt always on?
Are they?
Yeah, that's the...
I don't chance it. I'm
fully
clean.
I wouldn't recommend that you chance it either.
No, but you get used
now the gambler in me's going, staring up going, fuck it, chance this one, 90.
No, but you know which ones are on and which ones aren't, don't you? Because it's always the same ones.
I don't know.
So I know which ones by ours are always off. So just go past them at normal speed.
Right, I had no idea. Normal speed.
You never figured it out?
No, I couldn't be asked.
Fair enough.
About you? How you feeling? You're looking a bit ropey there.
I was going to say, I honestly thought you died for a minute.
No, I was
You
just,
were perfectly still for about 60 seconds.
You're sleepy,
what have
aren't
you
you?
had so far?
I was just thinking about my car career.
Do you need a jar? Do you need a...
I'm going to get one in a minute, yeah.
Go on, yeah.
I've had 2 Guinnesses? Guinea?
Right.
2 Guinea.
And that kind of cause or more?
Yeah, well, I went to the shop to see if there was an offer on.
Yeah.
There wasn't. $5.75
For 4 tins?
Yeah.
Cold?
It's very cold, actually. It's still blue. So
I pay the premium for the M&S because of the coldness.
Yeah, that's the hardest part about our job. Your sound, because you got an M&S right in the corner, but is trying to find somebody that'll serve you cold beer after like a certain time.
Yeah.
It's actually the death of me, that, because I know I can get a really cold beer.
There's different times I've considered
Going
driving to Formby and then driving home before I go home. It's like...
Yeah. Pay a premium, though. The Peroni now for 4 bottles of Peroni, it's like £9, which I don't get. I don't buy that. Moretti's
bottle of
around
wine
£7.
for £9.
Oh, yeah, the wine club. Are you still on your wine?
Yeah, man.
Are you? Hitting it big now?
Mate, I am in...
Caning it?
I am in deep.
How old are you now?
In deep.
How old?
Tannins.
How old are you now?
Full body.
How old are you now?
25, sorry.
Oh, wow, yeah,
So
you're going to
drinking in the
balloon in the next 5.
Yeah, in the next 5, I'm going
Yeah.
to be like Fergie.
Yeah.
Proper red.
Nose wobbling and everything.
You drinking the house a lot now?
I think I might have sausage, like Charles fingers and...
You'll be the same as all of us.
Yeah,
It'll catch
gouts.
up. This life will get more chocker. Your life will get hectic. You won't have any time to do anything. And you'll just be, let's get the wine out, and then you'll be...
Well, do you know what? I think
You'll
that's
swell.
the perfect time to have
to
it
swell.
happen. Yeah.
25.
And then lose it at 30.
So, well,
Or just
this is
swell
it.
from
So
25.
I always considered myself lucky that
Odd.
I was one of those people that seemed to be blessed with like a good metabolism.
Yeah.
Never had to watch what I eat. Like the last 12 months, I've like felt it's slowing down now.
Yeah.
Ooh.
But I'm 40 now, and there's a lot of bad habits that I'm not getting out of.
Like what?
Just the fact that I probably eat 4 takeaways a week.
Do you?
Yeah, easy.
Yeah.
4 a week. Easy. And how long have you been doing that for?
Probably
A week. Sorry.
probably 10 years nearly.
And what? Do you get the same order, or you've got 4 different?
No, I've got proper variant.
Do you? Yeah.
Yeah, I go through everything.
So
You live on your own, though, don't you?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
See, I'd probably do 4 takeaways a week if I was on my own as well. You can't be asked cooking for yourself, can you?
No.
No, yeah, cool. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'd probably, you'd have to. No, I think you have to give yourself a bit and go, that's enough now. I have to cook, or at least heat something up in the oven. When I say that, I mean I don't mean I'm not saying chopping everything from fresh, but like I've got to heat a bit of salmon up.
This is how bad it is.
So you recognise this is a problem?
So Christmas Day.
Oh, that's not a good start to this
Christmas dinner
story.
with my mum and dad.
Yeah.
And then I'm going back to York Boxing Day, and my mum put up some leftovers from Christmas dinner and went, yeah, you have those. So put them on a plate, heated it up in a microwave, ate it, washed the plate. That plate is still in the drying rack. It's just occurred to me.
From Christmas.
Yeah, because I've had nothing else to wash. Normally, if I had something else to wash, I would then put that away. But I've just, fuck it, I'm not bothered.
This is phenomenal.
So
I love this.
It's been 3 months since you've needed the plate.
I'm going to need to wash that plate again. It's
So-
now dusty.
Wow.
How many plates do you have in your house?
6 or 7, I think, maybe.
That's a lot for a single man. I think I'd have 3 that I could bought from the Asda in a set, and that'd be it. Then on a break, and I'd just have 2 then.
I have a feeling it was more because
I want to break too much food on it.
I wasn't always a single man.
No, you haven't
and I
always been
probably
a single
took
man.
all the plates to try and spice it.
Right?
That was my attempt at one final. Oh, well, she's not having this.
If you're leaving me, you're leaving the plates as well.
Are you drinking as well with these takeaways? Because they go
No.
hand in hand, don't they?
Are they the same?
No,
they do.
Drink, I find really easy. I
said, yeah.
never touched a drop during lockdown.
Did you?
I never have alcohol in the house.
Oh, right. Are you one of them, though, if I drink in the house, that's me done then? Because
Yeah,
I know,
I
like,
reckon it
some
would
people have
be.
got the thing, if they drink in the house, they're an alky. But
No.
He says, awakening from his slumber.
Awakening from
if I
his-
don't drink in the house, I drink in the house to keep me in the house. Otherwise, I just because growing up, my half fella was in the pub 5 nights a week. I'd say
Right, yeah.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Yeah. So 5 nights a week he'd be in the pub, and I drink in the house. So I'm not to try to not be that person who's in the pub all the time. Because rather than being the dad or the husband who's just never in the house because he's in the pub, I try now. So I'll drink in the house. So from the moment I was in my own house, I was like, yeah, I'll have a little tipple in the house. So stop me going being in a pub.
I think there is something. You know, I think there's an inclination to assume that whatever it is your parents do, is what's not cool.
Yeah.
Like you see all these like kids of rock stars now that are like fucking vegan and don't do drugs.
Yeah.
And
All
I
the
think
Tories kids pretending they're working class.
Yeah, because my dad would always come home with like 4 cans of McEwan's.
Yeah.
Just drink them in front of the TV. So I think subconsciously, I'm like, drinking at home is what your fucking dad does.
Yeah.
No, my dad used to have a bevy at home, and I loved it from the age of 4 or 5. I'd have a drink of his bitter, and I would never flinch. I'd just drink it. I'd be like, everyone,
I just look at the eye, drink his bitter, and be like, what now, Dad?
Everyone would comment on it. He'd be like,
I'm the captain now.
It would be like a party trick. He'd be like, watch this. I'd go, have a sip of this bitter, and I'd sip it, and then they'd be like, oh, he doesn't flinch. Some men are like, oh, bitter's horrible, but I was just like, it's nice that, yeah.
My
I
mate's
thought it was like a flex from the young lion.
Do you ever have one thing you drink that other people will think, why on earth would you drink that? And you like
alcoholic.
So
Mine used to be Aussie Whites because my nan used to drink it, so I got used to drinking it.
I really like Newcastle Brown Ale.
Right.
I've only had it once, but I think it was quite nice.
People think I'm absolutely.
How many of them though are you having? Like
2 or 3.
Yeah, I think you couldn't be on it all night though,
No.
could you?
But people are like, why on earth would you drink that? Well, it's all right.
I drink anything really.
Like you can probably get McEwan still in
Is that cider?
supermarkets. No,
No, it was like a bitter.
Sponsored Blackburn in the 90s.
Oh, wasn't it? I thought it was Newcastle. No, Nuki Brown Ale, and then and McEwan's.
Yeah, no. I
Fucking mad if Newcastle Brown Ale sponsored anyone else.
It will be, yeah. It's to be honest, it's a little bit gutting they still don't. Like I wish they were still a big company.
Yeah.
I
like if them Saudis really want to ingratiate themselves, the Newcastle fans they go,
They
don't
just
care
need
about the
to
money.
Give up all their morals.
Yeah, don't care about the money. Just put Nuki Brown back on the middle of the shirt.
Who's Newcastle?
And then all the Geordies are like, go on then, you kill the gays, you give it Nuki Brown. You can kill the gays and we'll turn the blind eye. You turn a blind eye to the ale, we'll turn a blind eye to the homicide. Fair deal.
Who sponsored them now? Wonga?
Bet88 or something like that, the betting company.
Yeah, that was a good shirt, that Newcastle one.
Tony Isbria. Oh,
Keith Gillespie.
Shearer.
Oh, I'll tell you
Go
what.
get a job.
I drink.
Go and get one.
Oh, well,
Have you ever had a snowball?
Isn't that something to do with heroin?
No, that's like
that's a speedball.
People. No, I have heard of it. I have heard of a snowball.
I've heard of it. What is it?
It's like I don't even know what it's like. Comes in a
Making
green
the
bottle,
snow and that,
it
you-
looks like the inside of a highlighter pen. That's
Oh,
the only way
yeah,
can
I
describe
know
it. It's
what
like
you
an
mean, yeah.
illuminous yellow.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, it looks horrible.
It does look
What's
And
in
it
horrible.
comes out, it doesn't come out like a it's got a weird viscosity to it, is what I'm saying. It's like, oh,
It's not quite watery enough.
yeah.
What's in it?
I don't even know. But it's very sweet, and they just come in like bottles are only about that big.
Oh,
But
it's like a bottle. It's not like a mix. I thought a snowball was a mix or something. Like it's like you'll get like vodka
Like
mixed
a white
with
Russian sort of thing.
like something like that. Like it's a mix of something. A snowball.
It probably is, but
could
you
well
can, you can get them by like the way you can buy eggnog now. or
So
something.
jealous of that, you know. Oh, looks delicious.
I've never, in all my 10 appearances, I've never, apart from the live show, never
Drank on the pod.
drank on a pod.
We always used to drink on the pod, and we had to
Yeah.
put a stop to it because we were just getting bladdered every Monday.
It would
You
start
need
Monday.
to learn how to derail.
What? How to derail?
yeah.
Right.
Well, that's why we had to stop because we were getting bladdered
Yeah.
on Sunday, coming here hungover, having a drink because we were hungover, and then driving home getting bladdered again on Monday.
Be destructive.
But it starts on Monday. See, I have to start Monday off as clean as possible because if
Right.
Monday goes to shit, the week's gone to shit.
Yeah,
Then
just write it off,
Listen,
innit?
you just shut up and let Jim tell you how to loosen up.
Yeah. Let this man tell you how to have a good life.
right. So wine club.
Yeah.
So how much wine are
Why
you
don't
drinking?
I don't like
Well,
fucking
like,
got a wine club. I get,
He's-
Be involved if you want, mate. The
The
more the
thing is,
merrier.
I mean, every now and then but then I was a bit appalled with the volume that you drink.
what, you think he drinks too much?
No, he sent me a photo. I was like, oh, how much he on? He had one glass.
Oh no.
Oh no, but then I had more after. There was one night where I had one, but then I didn't.
Once the bottle's open, it has to go.
You can't be putting.
There was a problem.
Back.
There was the reason why I had one is because there was a problem that I thought I was going to be an enabler, where you'd said that you hadn't had one for ages.
Yeah.
And I went, oh no, I had the whole bottle, but I went, oh no, I've only had one glass, because I thought you're going to pull over and get.
I did.
At least, yeah.
I did, James. I drove to the off license, pissed.
I don't want to be responsible for the relapse.
Bottle of
Also, this, drinking in the house before. Some wine is designed to go with food. So like if me and Lon have a meal, we will have
decide what ready meal you're gonna get with your bottle of wine.
Gonna have a lovely red with this lasagna.
With this
40 minutes, 200.
This Rustler's burger goes well.
Yeah.
2019 Malbec.
Right. Yeah. So I will pair up my ready meal.
Oven cod and chips tonight.
I will. My ready meal I will dictate which wine I'll go for. If it's gonna be like one like a penne pasta, like a Tuscan penne pasta, chicken arrabbiata, I'll be like, oh, what can I have a white with that one, or should I have? Or like,
if you get an extra special one, you get a more expensive bottle of wine.
Basically, a good rule of thumb would be that if it's got like an orangey sauce, that's red. If it's got like the carbonara, the tuna pasta bake, the chicken pasta and bacon bake, that's white.
Yeah, the richer the food, the red it should be red.
Yes.
Yeah. I walked into Majestic because my problem is I do like a red, but I prefer it if it's like just doesn't taste like if it's just juice. That's what I like.
Oh no,
sweet red, a nice sweet red.
No, you want it.
Sometimes I do like that, but the problem is I walked into a Majestic thinking like, oh, I know what I'm doing here.
Yeah.
And this guy was like, yeah, mate, so the smokiness you're probably getting there, and like the tannins, and you're getting a lot of burnt leather. I was like, I'm not interested in any of that.
Percentage you want.
Take it to the checkout. I will drink it. Take that to the checkout now. I don't want to taste it. I want to go home, open it, fucking drink the lot.
What it's percentage that I go for? We go for
anything over 12 or 11.
13 and a half.
11's my one, yeah.
13 and a half.
Did you, when you were telling him to take it to the checkout, did you not blink like you did while you were telling us? Like the intensity.
No.
He was just waffling on it, and I went, look, I've read the label.
Yeah.
This isn't the night pay window. Take it yourself.
Not a pair of trainees, this, mate.
But I think I thought I went in with an assumption like, oh, I know what I want, and then he was just trying to rattle off like,
right.
He was explaining to me like,
trying to blind you with science.
Yeah.
I get that sometimes. If I go to a whiskey store, like they'll have that like, be like, oh, this is this one. This, and I'm just like, what one do you like? I like it when it burns, when it goes down. So can I one of them ones, please?
Do you ever like you with your ready meals? So on those rare occasions, I have a ready meal.
Yeah. 3 times a week with the other 4 of the takeaway.
This looks shit.
By the way, when you're saying you take away 4 nights a week, are the other 3 nights you're gigging, so it's not classed as a takeaway because you're not in the house?
So the nights that I'm gigging will almost definitely be a takeaway.
Once a fortnight.
Yeah, so they count as takeaways.
Since those videos came out.
There's nothing wrong with a ready meal, though, right?
Go on, what were we going to say about those?
I can't stand ready meals.
When you're having a ready meal,
do
you ever like watch a video on YouTube of like a Michelin-starred chef just making something really nice so you can try and trick yourself?
No.
So that you're not eating shit.
Is that what you do?
No.
That's what I do.
No.
I've done that quite a lot.
I can't stand ready meals because it tastes...
Too small.
No. Because it tastes...
Take too long to make.
No, because it tastes that my mum doesn't love me.
Why?
Because what happened was my dad started working away when I turned like 12, working away a lot.
Tried to shag your mum, she knocked you back.
So my mum just started going, oh, fuck that, I'm not making tea from scratch anymore.
Right.
We used to have ready meals every night.
Right.
And like, see, the only time she'd cook a proper meal was the times my dad was there. So like during the week I'd be like, oh, I'm not good enough for you to be arse cooking, am I?
Right.
I'm just like, right, he's gone, fuck it.
But how old are you then?
Like,
how old
I thought you meant to love your kids more, not yours.
But how old are you at that point?
About, like, say, 11, 12, something like that.
Well, so
So
you
high
eating
school,
what she want?
what?
Would you have eaten what she wanted to eat then?
I don't know what she was eating. She's probably always on some mad diet. So just put a ready meal in for the
Yeah,
kids.
maybe.
And I was like, oh, right. I just felt like, oh, God.
Is that why you don't like ready meals?
She's
Because of the
given up.
psychological trauma?
Yeah, because I feel like I'm not good enough
Oh.
for you to be asked cooking a meal for. So I just got ready meals. So now I refuse to have ready meals. I don't have ready meals in the house.
I think that's understandable.
You're missing out there. Great, you know. Ready in 4 minutes. Stab them. Get a bottle of wine.
Tells you.
Put on the plate. Make yourself feel like you're eating a good
No,
meal.
but you have ready meals because you don't eat dinner in the house.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm never
So
in.
like, Daddy's home at 10:30, so
Yeah.
he's put his ready meal in
Yeah.
a bottle of wine.
Get ready
to
for the
fall asleep on the
UFC.
couch.
Tuna pasta baked, spaghetti carbonara, one after the other, bottle of white, few beers, fall asleep on the couch. Ugh. Can't beat it, Daddy. And you think you living tragically there with your one plate from Christmas?
Yeah, if I have a ready meal, I'll watch
Right.
like,
So when you have ready meal, do you see the straight out the container?
yeah, I do some.
I figured out he had to be because if he hasn't washed that plate for 3 months,
Well, to be
if
honest,
he hasn't used that plate for 3 months, he's got to be going straight to container.
well,
Well,
I
like
never
you
used to, but I started to because I've gone, what's the fucking point?
Yeah.
I used to put it in a bowl and be like, I'll try and make this seem like it's decent. And then I've gone, what's the fucking point? Just have it out the plastic thing and get on with it.
I ignore it. It's like stir halfway through. I just fucking put it on for 8 minutes. Sip it.
Yeah. Don't even stab it.
Yeah.
I'm going to let you cook alive. No steam will get out of you. Sitting there watching your pasta boil over, you're thinking,
Well, sometimes I watch clips of, like MasterChef where they love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm on to you there. Yeah. The flavours, they got the
Just eating a ready meal going, yeah.
Lovely.
John Turturro, the way he eats it is lovely, isn't it? With his mouth.
What you've done there?
Yeah.
Oh, what's the other guy called? It's John
Greg Wallace.
Greg Wallace.
Greg
Shred,
Wallace.
no.
Right, it fucking weirds me out when he eats anything with a spoon.
Oh, yeah.
Right. He has
Proper,
a big,
like, yeah.
The spoon just stays in his mouth. Just a bit too long.
Yeah. Do you ever narrate it yourself and describe the fit meal yourself?
You know he does.
Pepperoni.
Those guys at Chicago Town, they know what they're doing.
Yeah, I was going to say, sadness,
Use a
but that's a bit of a
practice
hack joke, isn't it?
What,
Right. So
do you
you
ever
get
customise your ready meals? So this is for all these. Because if I have a ready meal, that is me bare minimum. I have to customise it a little bit.
I know.
what, a bit of salt or something?
So say I get one of them chicken pasta bakes that you said around. Like I'll be throwing a
cheese.
bit of salt and pepper, bit of parmesan, garlic puree out, mix it up a little
Again,
bit.
used
bit
to.
more flavour.
Not anymore.
Yeah, well, I just add stuff.
Not since I gave up.
It is that. I used to put a bit of cheese in the Tuscan penne pasta one, mix that in to get a thicker consistency. But then I did give up, and I'll eat how it comes.
He doesn't even let the wine breathe.
Also, yeah. Also,
Just fucking forces that cork down into the bottle and then.
I'll let that decanter in my belly.
Yeah. Just pierces the cork and drink.
You're gonna get your own microwave one day.
Daddy's watching the UFC.
You are gonna have your own microwave. Your bird's gonna get one that's like $7.50, and you're like, I'm not happy with that wattage.
Yeah.
It's shifting me ready meals. I'm costing me a minute. So Daddy gets his own microwave out of the cupboard for his ready meals.
I'm a notorious over microwaver.
Yeah,
so if it says 5:30, it's going in for 6:10 or 6:15.
Yeah, I can
Just to
understand
make sure.
that.
Yep, 100%.
I can understand that.
That's the thing in Australia, that with the wine, that it's called slapping the goon, where the box
Sounds racist.
I'm sure that is racist.
Or
Slapping the goon.
you slap the goon. It's they get a wine box and then they rip the cardboard out and it's the plastic bag and then they down the wine and
The whole wine.
and slap it. Yeah, it's called slapping the goon.
Right, but that's like to me, it made it seem like it's something that might be sophisticated. That's just them just getting absolutely shit faced.
Have you ever had anyone box wine?
No, never ventured.
I've never ventured. It was always scummy when I was growing up.
I'm not really a wine drinker at the best of times.
No.
What you have if you're drinking? You don't drink in the house, do you? So
Right, now I'm interested in the ready meals. So the ready meals.
Sorry.
So what's your favourite ready meal? at the minute. What's the current top?
So, like you, I tend to go for pasta ones, which is weird because that would be the easiest thing for me to just make myself.
Yeah, but they're all generally pasta, aren't they?
You can get plenty of
Do
curries.
you get curries?
Oh,
you get
yeah.
shepherd pie?
Yeah. I'm not one of them. They're to me, that's two meals on wheels. That when you get that,
has it got to be exotic? Has it?
When you get that sausage
It's got to be
and
Mediterranean.
No.
I know what you mean. Shepherd's pie. Is really
Has it got to be Mediterranean?
Yeah,
for
it's
you?
meals on wheels.
Yeah.
That it's like no
Paella?
Yeah. Oh, I love a paella you can put in the mic.
Well, what about a bag of rice?
Is a bit like it turns a bit. Yeah, are you Simon?
Yeah.
Are you ready, hon?
What can I have with a shepherd's pie? I have to have a real ale with that.
Yeah. Arctic roll.
Bishop's finger.
Thirsty ferret.
Yeah. No, what were you going to say then?
I don't know.
Right, no. So yeah, my ready meal. I've never even entered my head about getting a curry one. Because I think if I was going to get prepped for a curry, very occasionally, but I'd probably order a curry and that be in the fridge and have that when I'm home.
So you
Sorry, I grabbed the wrong one.
So you order a curry.
If I want a curry on the very rare
it.
occasion, because a curry to me will decimate my insides. So I know it's self-harm. It's absolute self-harm. If I have a curry, I go like, I can't have. I know 100%. I go, like, I cannot do this. But every now and then, I will go on, fucking do it. And
yeah. Quite a lot of my
do it, you mad
meals.
bitch.
Yeah.
Flush yourself
Quite a lot
out.
of my ready meals are curries.
Yeah.
Bro, are they not just very mild though?
Yeah, but I also
shovel it
feel
in.
like the walk between ready meal curry and takeaway curry is shorter than.
Really?
Yeah, don't get me wrong. It's still a pretty long walk.
Oh no, my local curry is incredible. So
from the Indian, you mean, or do you mean like a curry from the takeaway?
what?
That felt like you just gave me the same option.
Chicken curry from the Chinese. You know what I mean? Like the takeaway where you get.
I'm
you know what I mean? Like
Indian
you
now.
can get sausage dinner from there as well.
Yeah.
I'm talking about from the Indian.
Yeah, I'm talking Indian. Yeah.
So you think a ready meal curry is close to an?
No. I think it's closer
than a pasta.
Than say, like the pasta,
an Italian,
and the Chinese. Yeah.
No.
I
think it's.
Why have you sent this from the man who refuses to eat ready meals? What the fuck do you know?
Well, from the times I've had them, they're just very, very.
Do you think
bland.
you go to an Italian, and that carbonara is closer to the carbonara from the microwave than it is the curry to the curry?
I would say so. Yeah.
It depends on the plate. Depends on the plate.
You're not customizing your ready meals. That's right. Like a little bit of garlic, a little bit of more parmesan in that carbonara. You can get it up there.
Are you a loyalist to like the basic? Because when I go to the supermarket, there's like
the Union.
Pizza Express have got their own ready meal range.
Oh,
Chiquitos have got their, and I go, well, I'd rather just go to. Give me your bog standards.
Yeah, why are you paying extra for the name? Don't be paying for the name.
Exactly. Yeah. Like Pizza Express do their own pizzas you can buy in Tesco.
Oh no.
Exactly. I want shite.
I'm a pizza snob. I'm a pizza
Chicago
snob,
town.
Yeah. I want.
Two Chicago towns in the mic.
I want MSG.
Oh yeah, the little ones.
That's the only ones. That's the only pizzas I'll have.
A quid they cost for two of them.
Yeah.
See with them, they're the only pizzas I'll have. Them. Otherwise, I'm a pizza snob, me. Oh my.
That's acceptable.
Yeah, I cut them into eighths. I cut them into eighths. So I've got little bite-sized bits of these pizzas.
Oh no, it's whole.
It's a lot of.
It is. That is one. That is like a fucking.
You eat one frozen,
like
one cooked.
That pizza is like a pork pie to me.
Let it thaw in your mouth while the other one cooks. Yeah.
Get some air in.
Hey babe, come and breathe in my mouth.
I love the idea of you
Let's thaw this pizza together.
You've bought this, shite highly. What
processed?
Yeah, but going that'll go nicely with a sort of a 2017
cab sauce.
Argentinian Merlot.
No, I do read that. I go, now obviously when I have the steaks, I read that because I have my steaks, but they batter me inside, but not quite like a curry. A curry, I just know is.
Have you not just thought it could be the wine?
No, it's curries. Trust me.
Right. I feel like it's the acid.
Maybe it could be a mix of the lager.
Yeah,
but I am not having a curry without having alcohol.
Right.
It's just gonna. I'm not doing it.
Oh no, curry's my treat because
Sober curry.
Yeah, because she doesn't like curry. So when I get a nice curry, I'm getting it because she's fucked off somewhere.
Right.
And I'm treating myself to Daddy's tea tonight.
So I'm often you on curries.
Daddy's getting what he wants, like once every 3 months maybe.
Right. See, I probably, I go one night. I can, like you said, everything will come out.
I get more excited about ordering a Indian than I do a Chinese. I think for something. I don't know if it's just
It's
something
the way
about
you can
ordering
scoop.
Chinese.
The Indian is just dirt. There's no
the
there's
right
nothing.
combination of the curry, the rice, the naan. It just all is like
Yeah.
Whereas I go to
Chinese is
it's
bitty.
like, yeah.
All over the gaff. I want this as well as that. And
Yeah, you get everything.
what do you mean?
You know my Chinese order's like 40.
Yeah, I know, but like the Chinese, yes, Chinese is nice, right? Yeah, it's all nice, but the curry is like it's. You know what you're getting here.
Yeah.
This is just a bowl of fucking filth.
I don't know. I get excited by my order, but no, with Chinese.
Do you want to give your local Indian a plug?
Hey, shout out Tava.
No, to be honest, they know us quite well. That
Out to the Mumbai Lounge.
Yeah. No, my Chinese is like I have Chinese like tapas, don't I? And then the meal tends to be tomorrow's brekkie.
Do you
proper
live next to that
fatty,
guy who walked in? Have you seen the char siu video? It was
No,
char siu, rapid, no onion. Falkland slabs.
Oh,
Have you
yeah.
seen-
It's telling you he's swimming in it. Swimming in it.
Yeah.
No, because that's he's ordered a meal there. I get 5 different starters that are dipping me soup. All mix. And then I'll have... So, basically, I get 4 starters that go in the soup. And then...
4 starters that go in the soup.
No,
Yeah.
but that's
so is
good.
the soup
That.
the 5th starter?
No, the 5th starter is then...
That is a sauce.
So,
That's a drink.
That's me condiment. The soup is me condiment. So then the 5th starter is a portion of salt, pepper, chicken wings.
Yeah, do you know, it was a silly question.
And then...
When he's waiting for it in
And
the
then-
Chinese, he goes, 2 soups.
Just while I'm waiting.
Soup on draft.
Let that settle.
Yeah, so I have 4... So basically, if you want to know, I have spring rolls, sesame seed prawn toast,
He gets so excited about telling this order.
shumai.
Ooh.
What's the 4th one? Oh, maybe
It's a little bit of artistic delay now, isn't it?
Oh, there's something else I normally get as well. That goes in the soup. I can't believe
Wontons?
No, not wontons. No.
No.
And then, but anyway, let's just say
Appetizer before the starter.
I get them free.
Yeah.
Me soup. There's me soup. So that might be the 4. There's me soup. They all get dipped in as I'm eating me soup, and then
Sweet and sour? Or
no chicken.
Okay, cool.
Chicken sweet.
It's got hard.
And then I get salt and pepper chicken wings
Nice.
for me in betweeny. And then my main meal is whatever I've decided for my main meal.
Nice.
But that normally doesn't. I normally never end up getting to that, and then that's breakfast the next day.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, that's okay. Breakfast next day, yeah.
Yeah.
But you can annihilate the curry the next day is even nicer, though.
Cold pizza, same thing.
Oh God, no!
Domino's
Cold
cold
pizza's
pizza next
nice.
day, mate.
I never have a cold.
Really?
The sauce is a bit claggy.
No,
Oh.
I like next day. I'm all for next day
cold,
for
though?
everything.
Oh, everything's
If I can be
reheated.
bothered to heat it up, because sometimes I can't be asked to heat it up, so I'll just eat the cold.
Oh no, man! Everything's reheated for me. Oh, cold. Oh,
I could eat it cold, though.
disgusting.
Some people eat the curry next day cold.
Nah.
Savages. There's savages out there that would do that.
Oh God.
Put the rice and the curry in and eat it cold. I would never do that.
What's your curry order?
Well,
Are you? You're not the. I don't think you're not the same order every time you go somewhere, are you?
no, I do switch
I have
it
the
every
same
now
order
and then.
I'm a lamb korma man.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
my god!
Lamb korma.
Yeah, lamb
What's the
korma.
fucking point? Yeah, no wonder then.
Do you know why I have a lamb korma?
No, fuck
mate?
off, Danny. No
Do you know why I have a
wonder.
lamb korma?
It's a shorter
Come on,
walk.
dick's
Fuck
massive.
Off. No wonder it's a shorter
I've got
walk
nothing
from a
to
ready
prove.
meal to a korma. It's
I've got
fucking
nothing
shit.
to prove to you lot going,
Baby
"Look,
sick.
it's not hot.
Baby sick.
Well, you two one of these lads that sit in a fucking Indian restaurant going, oh, you said this was hot. It's not hot.
I've
No,
already told
no.
you, Daddy, we can't get out of the house. We don't sit in any Indian restaurants.
No, but no wonder ready meal tastes just like an Indian takeaway.
Yeah,
Because you're getting the
holiday.
shittest thing possible.
No, I'm not. I'm getting the nicest thing.
You're getting coconut milk.
You're 9
And-
years
oh,
old,
yeah.
fam.
That is just that.
Prawn or chicken madras?
Whoa.
I'm lamb madras. Lamb madras, keema naan, 4 poppadoms, mint chutney, mango chutney.
No onions. No onions.
Well, I think we can all agree who's got the big dick energy here.
Do you want to go for a curry after this?
I said,
Sorry.
I'll go now. Fuck it.
Take the equipment with us.
Order it in, Rob. Avant-garde.
We'll just pause it while we wait for the Indian, and then we'll finish.
Don't pause it, mate. That's good content. That's it. Us eating a curry.
Yeah, if you finish
No,
now.
said while we wait for the Indian.
Just him looking at his phone going, right, he's 3 streets away.
Yeah. How many poppadoms? How many poppadoms do you have?
We'll go and mug them so we don't have to pay.
I'm getting my own chutneys. I'm not sharing chutneys.
No, because the madras will anything spicy will write everything off completely.
For how long?
Jalfrezi I like, but then that's got hot. I will say no onion though all the time.
That stuff's too bitty for me. I don't like big slices of onion and big slices of tomato.
No, I don't like any onion.
I don't get
like a
the
smooth
obsession
curry.
with spicy food.
Because it tastes
You're
nice.
obsessed with it?
I just like to know I'm not like a fiend. I'm not like, oh yeah, it's got to be.
Yeah, I just
like
like
to know.
flavour.
Oh, there's a bit. Oh,
Yeah.
hello.
Yeah,
Madras is quite.
I like it to burn when it goes down.
Yeah.
Like me whiskey.
If it
I want to feel
if it makes
something.
you sweat.
Mate, walking out the studio make me sweat.
You've just ruined a good meal.
Yeah, but it's not meant to be. It's meant to be horrible. It is meant to be horrible.
You're meant to feel something when you're.
Have you not seen all them big
Yeah, I
sweaty
feel
fellas at the
euphoria.
end of the night sitting on the curry mile, just shoulder to shoulder, eating fucking, make it look delicious though.
Yeah, and I'd look at them all and think, I hope you die on the way home.
And they probably will die soon.
Happy.
Chance.
Happy?
Balti, I don't mind Balti. When I want to
Just putting
shovel
the fork down for 1 second so they can just.
when I want to shovel, and I just want, I haven't got, because the madras will burn around the side of the mouth and it will hurt me a bit.
Yeah.
But the just shoveling a Balti or a chicken biryani, that's quite nice. I'm very varied. There was one called a Kermag Badami or something like that. That was quite nice, quite mild. So I do like a mild one so I can shovel. But then every now and then I go have a jalfrezi and see what happens.
Risk it. It might not happen again.
Yeah,
You might be cured.
Yeah. But every time the next day I'm like, I can't do this. I can't do this anymore.
What's your Chinese order, Danny?
Chinese, so I get salt and pepper ribs.
Yeah, nice.
Who's just going to do it with the accent then? Go on.
So as long as I don't do the eyes. It's
Yeah.
spring rolls. And
Yeah.
then a roast pork chow mein.
Spring rolls dry.
What do you mean dry?
Couldn't have a dry spring roll. Nothing to dip it. What you having is just having a spring roll with no moisture.
Come on, Danny, this podcast's hinging on this.
Do you
I
dip?
didn't realise this was such a problem.
Smothered it in soy sauce or like what?
No soy.
Go dry.
Oh god.
Yeah, they have a filling, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're getting spring rolls, duck spring rolls, did you say? I wasn't
No,
listening.
he said normal spring rolls.
The filling of the spring roll will vary.
Right, okay.
That's
All
where
right.
the
So you don't.
variation comes
And salt and pepper ribs.
in. Yeah. I like salt and pepper.
And then what was it? Pork. What was it mean?
Chow mein.
Yeah.
Pork chow mein.
I've not had the pork. What is that?
I to be honest, I'm saying put so. Char siu chow mein would be
Yeah.
my first choice, but not everywhere does that for some reason.
Right.
For some reason.
I don't know. I'm not an
I-
expert on Chinese culture.
No.
I respect the fact that you're the same order though. I like a man who
Same
knows what
order?
he likes.
No.
Are you James? Are you varying or
Prawn toast.
yeah? Dry again.
Veggie spring roll with
Veggie spring roll.
with sweet and sour sauce. And then
Are you having your prawn toast dry?
no, I dip it.
With
Do
what?
you know what? He said
Sweet
that
and
sweet
sour.
and sour sauce because he wanted your approval.
No, no.
Yeah.
He said it. Pause for a second,
Yeah.
waiting for you to go. Good man.
No,
You're a fucking lizard.
genuinely. Or sometimes a hot and sour soup.
Okay.
Respect that.
And then, but I don't know. I don't like bean sprout. So
Right. Taste them
anything
up.
I order is
I like
just.
bean sprout. I love bean sprout.
That's the problem. Is like, whenever someone mentions like, oh, should we get an Indian? There's an excitement. There's like a, oh yeah, because I know I enjoy that more. Whereas if someone recommends a Chinese, I just kind of
I feel like
don't get that same level of.
I feel like that is a difference in families as you're growing up. You're either an Indian family or a Chinese family. Like for takeaway.
No, we flirted between the both pretty
Did ya?
handily, yeah.
No, we were always Chinese, and then my mate was always Indian. And they're like, so they take. Oh, we got to take away last night. And you'd be like, oh, what did you get?
What
And then,
do you think you have more?
oh, I have 100% of Chinese more.
Yeah, I'm Chinese more.
I see.
I love Chinese. I love any. Can you call it the Orient? Well, I love anything
Southeast Asian.
Southeast Asian food. I love sushi. I love anything. Noodles. I love all that stuff.
I've never got my head around sushi. Like, it's not disgusting. I'll eat it if someone, but
I'm not sure if I like sushi or soy sauce.
Wow, I feel more intelligent.
Yeah, I like wasabi sauce.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I like sushi or I just love soy sauce because I just fucking dip soy sauce and like mad. So basically, use sushi as
save
a
a lot of
conduit
money
for soy sauce.
So I've only been to Wagamama's once, and it was dreadful. Like,
Oh, don't mind the Waggers.
Just everything was just a fucking bowl of water with food at the bottom of it.
Yeah, big. What do you mean?
If you got the wrong place. They'd accidentally served it.
Went into the kitchen.
Yeah. They got it off the left side, not the right side. They go, this, really? There you go.
It's just basically a big bowl of water with a couple of lemons in it. Don't know what the fuss was all about.
You've got leftovers by accident. Some kid's been pouring all this shit in it.
So your 4 takeaways a week, what are they?
Come on, yeah, what?
Are they the same ones each day? Or do you like as in like...
It varies. It just depends what I fancy. So, do you know what? I'm a big fan of Mexican.
Oh, mate.
Did you get a Mexican takeaway?
Yeah. There's a couple in York.
Yeah?
Yeah.
No, I'm out of this.
There's one in Waterloo
Right
that was doing Mexican, but I didn't enjoy it the first time, but I think it's meant to be actually decent.
I
It's
love
quite expensive,
Mexican.
though. Takeaway or just general?
Just a takeaway. My favourite food of all time.
Mexican, yeah?
Just
I think it might be
I
mine.
don't... Really?
Yeah.
I just feel like it's a lot of grit.
burritos.
burritos, tacos,
Enchiladas.
quesadillas. Yeah.
I'm not, yeah.
No.
I'm not big on them either.
No, I'm Chinese.
I don't mean like Chiquitos where they just...
I went to Taco Bell once. It was fucking horrible. The one on the Bold Street.
I've never been.
Yeah, but you got to find somewhere that's like not that. Like
Yeah.
in...
Don't get me wrong, I don't mind going to a nice Mexican restaurant every
Yeah.
now and again, but it's not my favourite. I always find it I think it's very easy to remake your own Mexican food.
That's why I
That's
do
why
it.
I think that's why I don't like it. I don't respect it.
You ever been to that La Perilla on Bold Street?
Yeah. Well, that's originally from Waterloo by ours.
Is it good?
Well, the one from Waterloo by ours
Oh,
is
okay.
very big portions.
The guy who plays the guitar outside.
Yeah.
So,
Sorry.
hang on. We were talking about the wine, weren't we, first?
Well,
Wine club.
so Mexican.
I'm interested in this 4 takeaways a week and when are you gonna change that anytime soon, or are you gonna stick with that to the grave?
What do you mean?
Like, are you just gonna go with? Is that just part of your identity now that you're down Deegan? I have 4 takeaways a week, or are you gonna go? I'm gonna start having salmon now.
So how this came about originally was like my metabolism is starting to slow down now, and I've noticed that I'm like clothes for the first time in my life.
Clinging to you a bit.
Clothes fit differently.
Yeah.
Right.
But my point is, this is happening to me at 40.
Yeah.
And
he's
these
fine
habits
with
are
it.
pretty well established.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like you said James has got like another year left or something like that.
5 years he'll swell and he'll be
21 I
16, 17
swole.
stone. No, but you'll swell again.
Oh yeah.
You'll swell again. The second swelling.
Well,
The irreversible second swelling.
no,
This time it stays.
Yeah.
This is a
That's
the
the tagline to the film. The irreversible second swelling. This time it stays.
This is a young man who could feasibly change his habits. Like, I'm fucked now. I'm in too deep.
Yeah, I talk about that a little bit on stage. I think the certain thing, like 35, the sex I'm having now is the sex I'm always going to have. It's too late for me to be getting a new kink and stuff. I can be asked.
Is that not a conversation you can have?
No.
And just say, look.
No,
Why don't
I'm
we try
35 and I'll fuck it.
Okay. I think the best. I think.
Okay.
It's not Louis Theroux. Yeah, it's having a conversation you can have with your partner.
Yeah.
I think the best place to take away to live would be like somewhere like London, because you get. It's not just like Indian, Chinese. You get like the whole world essentially.
You get to have you live in Liverpool basically as well.
Yeah.
Well, the city centre.
Steak
sorry.
centre.
Oh, okay, right. Yeah.
Like, I quite like it's like if I can avoid having tea, I'm such a fucking yadar. If I get out of having tea at home, like if I find a way to weasel out of like not having tea with the family, I get to treat myself to a takeaway of hot water. I get sushi. I might get
Have when you
poutine.
get home.
Oh, what do you mean?
Just wait to eat when you get home. You can relax in the comfort of your own home then.
But then I don't get the massive takeaway choice. That's what I'm saying. The being in
Stick it
town,
in the footwell and then drive home.
ordering takeaway while you're in town. You get such a array of like different things that I can't get in Bootle.
Ethiopian.
Yeah.
Whereas in Bootle,
Small portions.
Wow, seriously, mate.
Yeah.
What?
People died.
What are you on about?
You know,
What are you on about?
small portions in Ethiopia.
Oh, no, I was saying small portions. That was a joke that got someone in trouble, wasn't it?
Was it?
Yeah. I won't say it was.
God, we're getting cancelled.
No,
I think you better add do, mate, otherwise it might be getting you in trouble.
no, I'll just say it was my joke.
When you order, and you're like you're hankering, do you eat part of it on the way home? Can you not wait, or do you?
Oh, what do you mean?
So like, the other day I got a Burger King, but like on the drive home I was just getting the old chip here and there.
Oh yeah.
Or if you order it,
I've never got home and it's still been there.
but like if you order
What are you on about?
a Chinese
On the way home.
Chinese-
That's what I've ordered it
What
for.
it is, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like, if it's a Burger King, then you might have a few fries. But if I've picked up a curry, I'm not.
yeah.
Who's? No, I've never.
Get that naan out now.
That's probably the other reason why curry's such a treat. It doesn't. The curry by ours is so good they don't deliver. You have to go and collect.
Do lamb chicken or beef.
So, so because of that,
joke that again. Just doing other people's jokes on it. Some will get me cancelled, some won't.
so because of that, I never. Another reason probably never order from there because you can't just get it delivered to your house. So that's why it's another such a treat that I've made the effort to go out and go and get it.
Yeah.
Because I never pick up food on the way home. It gets ordered to come to the house.
I like the fact.
Otherwise, what's the fucking point?
So my Chinese is like at the end of my street.
Yeah.
And I really like the fact that they won't accept card payments. It has to be cash. So it makes me feel like I'm contributing to something illicit.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it enhances that decision that like I've taken money out for this. This is what I'm doing. Whereas cards, nonchalant, you're like, I'll tap away, no problem. No, I'm making that decision.
Yeah.
I used to. So the Chinese by ours is cash only, and when I used to finish work, when I was doing like a big 14-hour shift on the taxis, I'd stop in there when it had gone quiet, say like 9 o'clock, to get me meal for the night, and I'd have like loads of bags of coins and stuff, and I'd save it till I went in there because they'd be desperate for change, and I'd give it to them because I always brought. I'm
desperate for change as well.
Because I always brought
society.
It's another fucking someone else's joke.
Whose joke's that?
It's a common hack one. That.
How is it?
Any change, mate? Not yet, mate. No, there will be one day. It's gonna come.
Not heard of that.
Anyway, I think Steve.
I know, but Mike who did something similar. Anyway, sorry.
Probably Simon. Yeah, so I go.
Third joke I've lifted on this podcast today.
Anyway, I go in with loads of coins because they give me free stuff, basically.
Oh, okay.
They'd be so happy to see me that, like, I get an extra portion of spring rolls or something, like just thrown in the bag.
Yeah. See, I don't have that. Yeah, I want that. I want like a sort of cheers experience, either with a pub or with.
When everyone knows your name.
Yeah,
like,
where you go in and they go, ah.
Oh yeah. Oh, I've had that loads. I've had that loads of my life. I had to swap a Chinese once though because I was ordering them off and they said see you next week. I found that offensive. So I went somewhere else for a bit and it was shit though. I had to have shit Chinese for 2 weeks from somewhere else.
And they said you went to the other Chinese, they went, oh, we were warned about you. We've been expecting you, Mr. Thomas.
A series of photos on the wall.
That happened to me, the Edinburgh Fringe in 2016. I went to Barbarito every day.
Yeah.
And the guy went, you come in here quite a lot, don't you? And I went, So I went to the other branch.
Where's he from?
and he was working there. And he went, hello again. I went, this is terrible.
I think I wouldn't mind in Edinburgh so much because it's like you're there for the month. You know, you got a reason to be. It's like, you know what I mean.
Yeah, you don't give a fuck if he respects you.
That's the number one advice.
You're about to die on your ass in front of 3 people in a fucking sauna.
Yeah, I'll pay 20p for treat. So
best gig you had there, probably.
I've told you what I do with our takeaway wrappers, don't I? Sometimes I put my takeaway wrappers into. Well, if I take away John.
We'll get on. I'll talk about that. Don't you worry, I'll talk about that.
If I have a takeaway during the day, I don't want my wife to know.
We all done some ropey Edinburgh shows, mate.
That same year, yeah.
What was
you
that?
A free-hander, weren't you?
Was it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh God, that three-hander. Say no more.
Who was that with?
He who cannot be named.
Which one? Tom Bins.
Oh God. Wildness. Go on.
That's the number one tip, isn't it? Sorry, everyone said, if you go into the Fringe, make sure you eat vegetables. Everyone says that.
Eat fruit and vegetables.
Make sure you eat your
Don't just
veg.
eat takeaways. Fuck off.
Sorry,
Maldives.
Robert.
Doesn't matter. I've lost it now.
You were saying going to say something to me about 10 minutes ago, but I don't know what it was.
It was that thing about eating it on the car on the way home.
Right.
Just trying to signal you.
We're talking about cash today, actually.
Okay.
So what we're doing? We're Monday today, isn't it?
Yeah.
So on Friday, my dad rang me about some inheritance. But he was like, "But you're gonna have to come and collect it because it's in cash," which immediately made me like, "What the fuck?"
This is it's
like,
April Fool's.
Like, me grand's been fucking knocking over security vans or something like that. But he went and he gave me like an envelope with $2,000.
He's turned up, he's got blood all over him. Like, here you go.
Just take it and hide it.
I love you, Daddy.
Yeah.
Take that. Something's happened with your mother. I can't tell you now. Just go. You love Mexican. Go.
But I took it to the bank today, and felt like an envelope in my top pocket, like I was in the fucking Sopranos.
Yeah.
And then it's the only time it's happened where
Was it big money?
$2,000.
it was like $2,000.
Oh, was it? And you don't know where it's from.
Inheritance, isn't it?
Yeah, it's inheritance.
Off
Yeah, but-
who?
Yeah. That's sometimes people say inherit when they've stolen something.
Right. Well, I don't think my dad stole anything.
So,
Well,
no,
well,
it's
who's
inheritance
off
off your
then?
dad.
Oh, so right. So it's my grandmother, his mum.
Right.
But yeah, I think what's happened is
Did
like
she just have it in the house, did she?
I think that's what's happened.
My
And
uncle's
obviously
a-
you don't have to declare it to the estate.
Yeah, my uncle was a hoarder, and he had we found. So I used to do a bit about this. We found $14,000 in cash in his flat. It's like, where the fuck did that come from? But we just used it to have an open bar at his funeral and shit like that. We all got a bit of money. My grandma gave us all inheritance before she died. It was about 5 years before she died. Just give all her grandkids their inheritance. She went, the kids, they're getting theirs when I die, but you grandkids, you can have yours
I
now.
was going to say, like my granddad, there was about 4 or 5 Christmases where she gave us all a shit ton of money and was like, "Oh, well, this will be my last one."
Yeah.
And then it fucking wasn't.
Just give us all. She was all. I think she was all $2,000. $2,000 each.
3 or 4 false starts.
His daddy keeping it alive.
Yeah.
She was DNR and he just fucking rip it up every time she went to the hospital. Keep that bitch.
My nan left us a bag full of dildos.
That real?
Really? Yeah.
Yeah, my dad's mum.
A bag full of.
I didn't go round to clean the house, but they were hoarders.
Yeah.
They were whores.
They were they were cute.
Slag family.
Yeah.
A bag of them.
They were QVC loyalists. There was a lot of
QVC stuff.
shite.
Porn.
No, like sort of, an alarm clock that projects the time on the wall. That kind of
Yeah,
Tat.
QVC was
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
it was
Oh,
the
I see now.
JML of its day.
Yeah, I'm on to you now.
Yeah.
Catalogue shit where they're
Yeah.
sitting there in the armchair buying cardigans from fucking
your foot spars,
yeah,
all that kind
all
of
that fucking.
And my mum went under the
To be
bed.
fair, I've bought a lot of stuff.
I imagine you have.
You watch it and you go, "Oh yeah, no, this'll change the game," and it never fucking does.
You know, you put one of them channels on, you go like, I can't turn away from this.
The Steam Bee, I've got a Steam Bee.
Yeah, go
I
on.
bought an air fryer 5 years ago before anyone was air frying.
Go on, what happened then? You got your bag of dildos.
My mum was cleaning the house out and she went under the bed and there was a Sainsbury's bag. And inside the bag was just a tapestry, a collection of dildos.
Did she ever count how many there was? Just
I don't know, but she said there was like latex ones, but then there were ones that were like porcelain.
A porcelain
God,
dildo.
Oh, so she was a real connoisseur.
Yeah,
yeah.
like
She sounds like she's a collector. That could have been worth value.
like ones
porcelain
you'd
one.
see on sort of a
Sniffer.
gallery or something of a
Smell 'em.
statue. No,
Did you try and price any of them off?
no, she
Slick any.
automatically binned them,
Oh, yeah, that
but
was
they
a mistake.
varied in size, colour, and
I was
length.
talking about Antiques Roadshow.
Yeah. Now you've brought to me today
porcelain dildo, yeah.
something special.
Well, my uncle, the one
These are cum marks from the late 1970s.
you can see. You think these are
Quite the
ridges,
square
but
to
they're not.
was Grandma Allen.
You'll see that Paul Raymond. Yeah, you'll see that signature.
This would go for £70 to £80 at auction. Woo! Granny.
You get the right pervert in. You couldn't even get to watch
Yeah.
it.
So you got a bag of dildos and then you just swim away.
Just got rid of
Did
them.
she actually leave them in the will, or they were found?
No, I don't. Oh, but they weren't left.
She left the willies in the
my
will.
grandson. Here you are.
Lifetime-
To
lifetime's
RJ.
collection, that just thrown away.
Yeah.
That does feel like
Think of all the pleasure that bag's caused in this.
Yeah.
Just tossed
just
aside.
things that made your nan so happy.
Tossed aside like a used bit of...
Spent a life curating that collection.
Yeah. Give him a wash. Whack him an Oxfam.
With any big ones.
Apparently there was one that was like
Double-ender.
arm length.
Was there?
Yeah.
My
Well,
Granny Allen.
That's probably because her back went.
Oh, yeah.
As she got older, she's sort of a bit more. With
It's my dad's like mum. I didn't really know that well, so like I didn't call him dad or granddad. I just called him like my dad's mum, my dad's dad.
Right.
So
That feels very formal.
yeah, it was. But at the same time, still, it was a shock to think that was.
That's what she was up to.
They
Well,
move,
then again,
they
fair
move mad.
play,
They
fair
move
play.
mad.
Yeah.
All the people in A&E
I
with
wonder
things
when-
in them are
Got to get you
oldies.
kicked somewhere.
I wonder when that started. Whether it started when her husband went or when she like.
Well, yeah. I think he had polio, so I don't think he was much. I don't think he was well equipped
Clearly
in that
not.
department.
She come equipped for both of them.
Yeah. But a porcelain one.
Yeah, that's
That's
retro.
That's like.
Hollow.
That's what made me think maybe she just
No, it
collects
couldn't
them.
be hollow, could it?
Well, I've seen salt and pepper
No idea.
shakers that are phallically shaped,
Yeah.
but that is like a
Maybe they were just salt and pepper shakers. Did you check the bottom of them?
Yeah, after
Poor old Gran's being thrown to the fucking wolves here on a
Yeah.
podcast.
Sorry.
Dirty bitch. All she had is a few salt and pepper shakers that she liked.
But it was the
every
fact
time she went to Blackpool, she got a new set.
Yeah.
in
it
one
was
of
the
those
fact
shops.
there was
Grant's
no
doing herself in, then throwing it over
Yeah.
her shoulder for good luck.
Poor Gran.
there was no you speak about like money being left. There was no money. It was just purely
Pure tat.
pure smut.
Spent up
Yeah.
on the
My uncle, who was the hoarder, we found 14 grand in. He was obsessed with filmmaking. And I
Right.
just had that. Like we found like loads of like old film reels and stuff.
Right, yeah.
Like hundreds of them. And like we were thinking, we could be rich here. Imagine how these could be worth loads. And then all of us, they were meant to be getting valued and sold, and I think they got thrown away. But I always made my dad and my uncle upset because I always called him a nonce. I was like, he's definitely a nonce. He's like, he's not. And then they'd tell me stories of him growing up where like in the 60s he'd take them camping and put them all in like fancy dress costumes and like make films with them where they'd like do these like play these films that are scripted he'd wrote and shit. And like I was like, nah, this isn't right, yeah. And then I used to joke, he's a nonce. They get that upset, but no, he wasn't. And then, but I think deep in their hearts of hearts, the reason they never got valued and sold is because they thought, just in case, let's get rid of them.
Right.
Just in case, just in case someone comes to value them and goes, yeah, you might, they are worth a lot, but.
No, not more than the reputation of the family.
Yeah. But I will be the one to sell them, put it that way.
They're not worth more than the Thomas name. Burn them. What a chat.
It was lovely. We finishing on that?
No,
That's smooth.
absolutely not.
90
No.
seconds.
That flowed. That
No, love that. What's new anyway?
What do you mean?
Career wise?
Same old.
Same old.
None of which I'll be plugging.
Right. No.
See, no, it's fine.
no,
It's fine.
no,
People are going to gigs of their own accord.
Yeah.
Maybe
Mike
I'll be
Newell
appearing
made
at
me
one of
laugh.
those
Mike
gigs.
Newell made me laugh when he put a thing on Instagram about going like when he broke his leg or something, and he went like he performed in his Beckham boot or
he
something.
broke his leg.
He did something and he performed his Beckham boot going like, like he broke it. He was like, I can't let the good people of Sheffield down who have paid £15 to see whatever 3 comedians were gifted to them. Like you forget when they go to these nights that they're just going on like whoever the fuck these are.
Yeah.
There's absolutely no. The idea that he's going, I can't let these people down.
Do you think?
I won't name him, but I got into an argument with an act because I tripped. Like I just as I was introducing them, I just stumbled over saying their name.
Yeah.
And then when they came off, they had a go at me for it. And
Oh,
I'm like, mate, do you
fuck
honestly
off.
think anyone's bought a ticket to see you?
But if he had, then they'd already know his name anyway.
Go on,
I said,
what-
I recognise him when he fucking walked in.
Yeah.
Is
James
he older
Allen.
comic or younger comic?
Yeah,
Alan.
he's older.
An older comic, right? Okay. What region of the country?
I'll tell you after.
Oh, please do.
Can you?
I'll tell you when I think this mic's not on.
Oh, don't worry, Danny. I've uttered plenty of things on this microphone that have finished me. I'm just waiting for the day I get. If I ever get there,
I
just love to get there.
I saw a green room once.
You need a couple of years for the money first.
Not even that.
You need a good couple of years before the accusations.
I'm not bothered anymore. Just to get to a point where it's worthwhile doing it.
Yeah, you need a couple of years of that before you get cancelled.
I know.
Look like Smith when he thought it was all over the pandemic. Like, I've just got here.
Yeah.
I've just got here. I bought a Lamborghini I can't afford.
Yeah.
2 houses I can't afford. I'm fucked. I've just got here.
Getting cancelled before you even get there would be a good place to be, wouldn't it? Because then it's kind of just like, it doesn't matter at all. Wasn't even ever going to happen.
Then?
No, because he he did the Apollo.
Yeah.
So he's
anymore, though,
I know, but he's still there. Like, you know, we're like, no one has, you know.
I won't do
I lose the green room to strippers. Like, that's you know, so a stripper can wank. I can't sit there.
Wouldn't that say where when you walk out a club, there might be 1 or 2 people who are aware of you.
Yeah.
But that feels even worse because it almost feels patronising.
Yeah.
When they say your name and everyone gives a polite round of applause and 2 people go, woo, yeah!
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it feels like David Brent when he turns up and he goes, oh, the best ones didn't come.
Yeah. I love that we go. Give a round of applause to all the you saw Danny Deegan, woo! You saw Simon Wozniak, woo! You saw Rob Thomas, woo! And you saw James Allen. I've been your host of Compare. Good night. Oh yeah, you can tell.
Yeah.
You can tell.
What were we saying then about cancelling? And then what we gonna? You was gonna say?
I said there was an MC once who was on stage, and the actor was headline. The MC was getting a lot of laughs, and the headliner went, "Oh, he's doing too well."
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That
used to be a thing though. That used to be a fear, wasn't it? You went there used to be etiquette. Don't smash it too hard as an MC. And then people went, fuck that. I want to play arenas.
Fuck that. I'm filming all this for content.
Exactly.
Do you think you'll do it forever?
I think eventually, if I ever get anywhere, I'll get it all pulled away from me. Yeah. That's one.
You think about everything.
Yeah, that's one thing.
That's not just comedy. That's
if I ever get anywhere, it will be pulled from me by something will happen.
Some external force.
Yeah, something.
The minute I'm happy in my relationship, she'll die.
Something will crop up where I go, oh yeah, this is an all right life now, and they go, oh no, here we go, and then that I think that will happen. I hope it will happen. Otherwise, I'll just be saying things that are terrible to nothing and then just be dead. Like look at all the shit he said. No one cares. No one cares.
Yeah. Let's cancel. Oh, there's no point cancelling
Yeah.
Not worth our time.
I can imagine somebody there tweeting, just deleting the tweet, just deleting it.
Imagine
I can't even be
goes, well, you're not going to be playing your next venue. Where is it?
Yeah.
Can't even Google it.
Yeah.
Just wait till I find.
Yeah.
Where exactly is this mirth control venue?
Simon's been pulled from the bill. Oh, I was on there, was I? Excellent. Like, retweet.
Someone's gonna have to come and get that PA off you now.
Imagine getting that phone call. Listen, we've had a phone call. Someone said they're going to cause a bit of trouble if you're on this weekend. What was it booked?
Yeah.
I haven't had the confirmation email.
Just confirming, am I cancelled from this?
Yeah. You're not, I'm afraid. Oh,
Oh no, we don't care what they say.
Have you seen this video of me? You sure? Imagine that.
You seen this video of me in my bedroom?
I'm good friends with KSI, you know.
Using every racial slur I could find on Google.
What about now? If we just say this, no. Ugh.
It does feel that way, like you know, like someone like a Tommy Robinson, though. It's like
a name I've heard in a while.
Is he cancelled?
Well, it depends. Doesn't he live in a world of cancellation?
There'll always be a portion of people that.
So the more he gets cancelled, the richer
like
he
him.
gets.
Yeah. So it's Andrew Tate.
Oh, Jesus!
It's kind of thing because I seem to have seen
over here. Do you mean the kids are doing it wrong?
Yeah.
Make your beds.
Like I've seen Jim Davidson on TV a lot recently talking about how they don't let him on TV anymore.
Yeah.
Where's he been on TV?
He seems to be, like all the like morning TV shows and stuff like that.
Yeah.
He seems to have. I seem to have just seen him
He's
as a
Sky
guest.
News or BBC News a lot.
Yeah, just loads recently, and he's just on TV talking about how he's not on TV.
That's because he's on tour with Not Cancelled Yet.
And also,
It's like
He's not
he's on a whole tour about being cancelled called I'm Not Been Cancelled. Not Cancelled Yet.
Has he ever been cancelled?
Probably.
GB News is populated by a lot of comedians as well who claim that they can't.
Yeah. Can't get on telly.
But they've got that platform to.
Can't get on telly. He says for £300 on a Wednesday.
Can you double it up?
Yeah.
Can you double it up with QVC?
Yeah. There are a few of them on there, and you're like, this is
That
fucking,
suit looks
this
very
is
well
opinions
pressed.
for
Well,
hire.
I got this steamer if you want to.
Yeah.
Oh, imagine doing that.
But we should have our own currency.
You should do that. Imagine going to GB News and just do loads of product placements.
yeah.
That'd be great. Just like they're like,
I can't find my wallet. Oh, this little key torch. Look, I've got my torch to look
Let me
under
do it, you communists.
Yeah. I don't think I'll do it forever.
Stand up.
Yeah.
When do you reckon you're gonna?
Only because when I was a kid, a lot of my influences were people that never did stand up. But because stand up is the most direct sort of point to doing live comedy.
yeah, because you want to do acting and that, don't you? Really?
Or,
So who are your
Not-
influences then?
like League of Gentlemen and
Acting,
Peter
writing.
Serafinowicz and people like that. And
Yeah,
people,
Oh yeah.
You know, I don't know. I'm about to have meet the same chat I had with Tom Keegan.
oh shit. Oh sorry.
I'm
Okay,
looking
tell me
about to
about it.
bollock it.
But I think, but because
No, because if that's your influences and that's what you want to do, fucking do it then.
that, yeah, exactly. That, yeah. That's
You say I'm not going to do stand up forever. Well, fucking do what you want to do. Film yourself
And there you
doing
go.
it.
I
Do
agree
your
with you.
sketches, put them out.
I
fucking
agree
do
with
it.
you,
From the
James.
horse's
I
mouth.
agree. I agree with you to moan. You moan all you want
No,
about
but I
the
think
fact
that, like,
you have to do this fucking shit.
But there's people who are doing. There's people that are doing stand up just to get seen, to get onto something else.
Oh,
I
yeah,
love doing
absolutely.
that. I like Ryan Joy, like stand up.
Yeah.
But there's people who just do it because like, I'll get seen by this person and he'll put me in for this.
Yeah, way
Yeah,
into
of course.
presenting or
I
something.
can't,
Yeah.
I can't stand. And I feel like you can fucking smell them.
Yeah.
You can tell by what they're talking about.
Yeah,
You've got
yeah,
nothing
exactly,
to say.
Yeah, I can't stand. This is all I ever wanted to do. Like this is where I am.
This podcast.
now. No, this is not what I want. But yeah, like what I'm doing now was basically my ambition.
This is
20 years ago.
Yeah.
And
You hit the
looking
dreams.
Looking back, I should have been. But then, like,
I thought at 14, this is making it. I've made it.
yeah.
So you've made it.
Honestly, if this was the only thing I ever done, I would die happy. I wake up every day and I do the littlest amount of work as possible for the most money available, and I'm happy. Every day I'm happy. Like, well, well. Every day I'm happy. I'm not doing something else.
My God, I'd hate to see you sad.
But like Mike, so my
Well,
first jobs-
every day I'm not going, fuck, I've got to get through that work today.
Right.
Every day I'm going, I've got to get through today. But
Right.
at least that's all I've got to get through.
Right, but you also would like to have a whiskey every morning, wouldn't you?
Yeah, that is the but that'll
True
come.
happiness.
That'll be next step.
Yeah. So what? So
I
you're
wanna
living the
start
dream as well.
So, well, my first jobs were behind bars in comedy clubs,
All right.
and I would watch those acts and be like, "Fucking hell!"
Who were
20
they?
minutes, they've had the time of their life.
Or so you
that's what
thought.
it That's what it looked like.
We got to be honest. That
And
when
they've been, and they've
Do you
been
imagine
paid.
some 16-year-old looking at you in Leeds going like, he's having the time of his life up there?
you got to think now though.
You dumb bastard.
When you think about that now, it does feel a little bit tragic. When you think,
Yeah.
oh god,
Actually,
'Cause,
no, it doesn't.
I talked about on the last podcast, the podcast before we done that. There was a lad in the green room who'd just done a Sunday hot water and done so well. He was jumping up and down, giddy,
Oh.
and I said he needs to kill himself because life's going to hit him hard. And I just I look back now and think, oh god, was I that made up to be doing dead well? Oh god, it was so tragic.
But somebody might look at you now, like somebody, a massive comedian might look at you saying you're living the dream going, my God. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
I'm sure they are.
Like
yeah.
Schultz might look at you and go, fucking hell, this is us.
Wow,
this is his dream.
that was the period I was closest to ending it.
Fucking hell, if I was still doing what he was doing, I'd kill myself.
So how long do you reckon you've got left in this fickle game that we're all mashed
Who
into?
knows? 10 years?
Might as well be a lifetime, that,
Yeah.
James.
Dead behind the eyes.
Yeah, and he's already on the tins, isn't he? You're going the right way, James. You're going the right way. On the ale, fucked off. Fucking great.
I'm all right. I'm
Like,
still sensing.
If this is the rest of my life,
Yeah.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
I always, when I turn 18, as long as I can be financially viable doing it, I'd be happy.
That's I mean, I pay me bills too.
What? You just said you hated it?
No, but like anything involved in it, like
Right.
Right, let's call
if you
it
want me
now.
to get, if you work
Before we all kill
James
ourselves.
feels like he's talking himself out of a career that hasn't even started yet.
Look, if you want me
Please
to,
still book me. I do want to
Yeah.
play.
if you want me to get your coffee for you at the Have I Got News for You, I'll do it. If you want me to,
You want to be a runner?
From what I've heard, have I got news for you? They'll make you do it.
Paul Merson, I'll iron your trousers. Yeah,
Like you say.
I'll do that. I will
Right.
do that.
Call it. Danny, what have you got to promote?
Nothing.
No, I don't plug anything.
No.
out.
What are your socials?
Danny Deegan.
None of anyone's business. For family and friends.
And this is why we love him on the podcast.
James, where we find
Despite
you?
saying that comment, I'm in Manchester tomorrow. I'm in Oswestry Thursday. I've got my own gig that I run with Dean Coughlin and Callum Oakley every Tuesday, the Shipping Forecast.
Oh, you're not there tomorrow because you're out
I'm
with
gigging.
him.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we're gigging tomorrow, aren't we?
travelling together?
Disorder in
Are we?
Manchester, yeah.
Love the food at the shipping forecast.
It's great.
Burgers and
Plug
that.
that.
great.
I'll plug that.
There you
Me,
go.
you, Serrano, Ferry.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, fucking hell, it's freeze. Oh,
Wood.
someone's getting a message. Can I jump in with you? What is it gonna be?
What?
You or James?
I've told you, busy man.
Who's going to get the DM? Do you mind? if I jump in with
Man's
you?
got to get around, son.
Yeah, I went to a gig on Friday, and there was a Scouse act there. Oh, can I jump home? Can I come home with you? I'll pay whatever. Can I just come back with you?
180 quid.
What fee have you got tonight? I felt horrible to be going. I'm not going home, mate. A little bit was like made up as well. But also
Like a
little bit-
psychopath.
Yeah. I'm not going home. And I'm not even lying.
I don't drive.
Home. You think I'd have a home after 10 years of doing this?
What is home?
Idiot.
I live here now.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Sign up to Patreon.
Sign up to the Patreon.
Love yous. Ta-ra.
Love you.